Yeah, those. But as far as me, just my personal opinion, I would never deal with a divorcee, or a woman that got an abortion over a baby mama. I'm gonna tell you why. Now, before some of you bitch ass niggas get to crying on my comments, I'm not promoting dealing with either one. You shouldn't deal with no baby mama, nor should you deal with a divorcee, especially if you ain't got no kids. When you dealing with a woman that's a divorcee, obviously depending on what she left her husband for, but let's just be honest. Majority of the reason that women leave their husbands is for stupid ass reasons because of their feelings like that. So when you dealing with a woman that don't got the right mentality to be a wife in the first place, first of all, you got to deal with all the trauma that she done gone through before the divorce, before the relationship. You know what I'm saying? During the relationship and then after the relationship, she a divorcee. You feel me? So you got to deal with all that. Not to mention, she done built a rapport with this man for years. That's deep as, you know what I'm saying? That's deeper than anything that you could, that you could bring to her, my nigga. You can't bring her with the other brother. She was already married to. That's another thing. So you got to deal with all of that. The difference between a baby mama is a baby mama. She could have just been dealing with a dude for a couple months, and you know what I'm saying, fucking him, and then got pregnant, and that could have been the end of their relationship. Nah, that's not saying either of them is a good thing. Both of them is ain't the, it shouldn't be your number one choice. But at least one of them is 9 times out of 10 is less of a big ass connection that she done had with that man. You know what I'm saying? And then the comparative to a woman that got an abortion, you got an abortion. You deleted your own child because you ain't want to take responsibility of what you doing with your. So why would you deal with a woman like that? That should be the bottom of the barrel type of woman that any of you should deal with. You know what I'm saying? At least the woman that's a baby mama, at least she stood on her mother 10 and said, yeah, I fucked up. I had sex and dealt with this man. He wanted my husband, but I'm not about to be irresponsible and not take accountability for what I did with my. You know what I'm saying? I can respect that. You still ain't gonna be my first choice, but I can at least respect that situation. And again, that's somebody that connection clearly wasn't that deep because her and that dude wasn't married. It wasn't no deep 3, 4, 5 year type of thing. Now it could be, but that's not usually how I go. So I'd rather deal with the woman who at least was said, I'm gonna stand on my 10 as a woman and be responsible and being accountable for my decisions. I can respect that. But a divorcee and a baby and a woman that got an abortion, hell no. I pass on that. That's just my own personal opinion, though. They can think whatever they want to think. That's just me. But if I'm giving any advice, I'll tell you to do that before the other two, because that woman mental so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That woman with that divorcee, man, her mental so fucked up, man. You ain't bringing that mental back, man. She's so far down the line. You can't bring her ass back. It's over with. Leave the broad where she at, man, and go ahead and live your life. Abortions ain't bad though, gang. Number one, I'm not your gang. You ain't never been in a gang in your fucking life, so I'm not your gang. Number two, of course you would think that because you an indoctrinated little, you would think abortions isn't bad. You an indoctrinated little, bro, raised by your mama. You still got your mama way, so you don't think it's bad because your mama ain't ever told you it was bad. You a little immature little, so I ain't surprised. And that's fucked up coming from a Tanzanian. You got a Tanzanian flag in your bio. Y'all come from a traditional culture where probably over there, if you do that, your ass gonna get fucking beheaded. You indoctrinated to this American society in Babylon, my nigga, that think that shit is cool and that shit is okay, man. That shit okay. But you too far deep, man. You too fucked up mentally. Back in your country, they wouldn't even play that shit. You probably think a bunch of other shit ain't bad either, because you got mama raised, dude. You mama raised. You too fucked up. I ain't surprised. Why have a life in a world that you can't take care of? Let me explain something to you. First of all, if that was the case, you should have been fucking in the first place. Let me explain something to you. People been having kids since the beginning of time, especially even in your country. What is the average income of the people in Tanzania? That's the country that you come from. By your logic, y'all people shouldn't exist because the majority of the people in Tanzania are poor, living in poverty. So by your own logic, all of the motherfuckers should be dead. You don't even make sense. People been having babies for hundreds of thousands of years, and people been living in poverty. People been poor. People haven't had anything, and they still have had babies. So your logic don't even make sense, my nigga. You living in a first world country. It ain't no fucking excuse. If you grown enough to and stick your pussy out, and a nigga grown enough to stick his dick out, and you grown enough to deal with the responsibilities that come with that, my nigga. It's that simple. But we ain't got to go back and forth in the comments. I'm gonna just invite you up. I don't go back and forth for comment. Just come up. We can have a conversation. You got to make what you saying make sense to me. I just sent you an invite though. Come up. What's going on?
Can you hear me?
What's up?
Bro, I literally agree with most of your concept, bro, but it's like
you ain't got to tell me you agree with my concept. You ain't got to tell me that.
No, listen.
Just hold on. Just hold on. But hold on. I don't gotta listen. Just hold on. You ain't gotta tell me you agree with my content. We men, bro. Just get to the point. All that other, just get to the point. You ain't gotta tell me all that.
Yeah, I get you, bro. Like, when it comes to this topic, bro, it is sensitive where it's like, you're responsible with, like, you know, when you have sex with somebody, you should have known better, but it's like sometimes a mistake can happen.
What's a mistake? What's a mistake?
A girl getting pregnant.
No, it's not a mistake. That's called a choice. A mistake is like dropping your phone. A mistake is like tripping and falling. A mistake is something that you had nothing to do with. Something that was inevitable. Having sex and getting pregnant is not a mistake. That's something that you consistently, deliberately, you got to stop talking. Real quick, I want to tell y'all about a way that y'all can make some extra cash right from your phone. It's 100% legit. And I know a lot of people like do these ads and it kind of seems like it's too good to be true, but let me really put y'all on games so y'all understand exactly what it is. It's called free cash, and they actually will pay you for playing games on your phone. Literally. Free cash works with app games to help them find new users exactly like yourself. And basically they're willing to invest and pay new users to play the games because they basically want to bet on the fact that you will like the game. And a lot of times people actually do like the game. And the investment for them is you end up making the app money because you continue to play the game because, like I said, you actually like it. And what free cash does is they put some of that money that you earned back into your pocket. And if you already play games on your phone anyway, it's perfect because now you can actually get paid for playing games on your phone. You can make a completely free account with just an email and a password. Now y'all know about me, I'm all about transparency. It's not some get rich quick thing. It's none of that. You can make $10, $20, maybe even more depending on how much you play and what you actually play. But there are people who have made hundreds of dollars playing these games. And again, if you already play games on your phone, then it's nothing to just play games and eventually get paid for it. No matter what the price is, you might as well get paid for it. And it's completely free. You ain't got to spend no money, none of that. All you got to do is scan this QR code right here, or you can click that first link in the description and check it out and see if you can make some free cash. I appreciate y'all. Let's get back to the video. That's something that you consistently and deliberately did. Do you understand that sex is a consistent thing? It's a consistent physical movement. It's physical intercourse. So his dick is going in a like this, back to back to back to back to back to back to back. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. You continue in a so that's not a mistake. That's a choice. People understand. You got to be quiet. The next time you cut me off, I'm gonna just drop you down, my nigga. Stop talking. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. When you having sex with somebody, you making a decision to keep. Again, a mistake is like dropping your phone. It's like spilling coffee on your car seat. It's like slipping and sliding when you drive in a car because you have no control. That's a mistake because it's something that you had no control over. It's something that you just generally didn't mean to do. You can't accidentally unless somebody is the only time that you have an argument when it comes to that, not abortion, but it not being a woman's fault if the sex was unconsensual. So meaning somebody else is forcing that woman to give her body up. 99% of abortions is not because a woman was sexually assaulted. Most abortions is because a woman didn't want to be accountable for her fucking actions. So when it comes to that, that's not a mistake, bro. You making a choice because you understand that STD can happen. Getting an STD is not a mistake. Getting an STD is a choice. You decided to have unconsensual sex and you decided to not get tested and not do what you're supposed to do. Or not unconsensual sex, unprotected sex. You decided to not get pregnant or not get tested and you decided to go in and you knew STD was something that could happen. The same way it come with abortion. These motherfuckers is not little kids. These people that's grown adults. That's not a motherfucking mistake. That's a choice that you continually, deliberately made. And the choice that you really want to say is, the choice is you choosing to delete that child because you don't want to be responsible. Now you can get your rebuttal.
Wait, so are you saying that when somebody catches like an STD, that's a mistake?
Did you not just hear what I just said?
No, I heard what you're saying.
You just heard what I just said. Why do you need to ask me that question?
No, I was just trying to clarify. But like,
I made it clear multiple times. I speak very directly and very to the point. So there's no room for clarification. I made it real clear what I said. So if you don't remember what I said and you can't conceptualize it, that's a problem with you. I ain't finna repeat myself.
No, I get your argument, bro. But like
So
the
then why
thing
you asked
is,
me to clarify if you get it and you heard exactly what I said?
no, because I'm not trying to like misrepresent what you said,
You're
and
not
it's like I
misrepresenting.
can
The
have
only
a
person that can misrepresent what I say is me. You can't misrepresent nothing unless you doing it. That's misrepresenting what you saying. You ain't misrepresenting what I'm saying because what I said is clear. So if you didn't remember it or you can't conceptualize it, that ain't my problem, nigga. That's your problem.
yeah, okay. Like to go back to the topic, I'm 100% where it's like, okay, if two people are having like raw sex and the girl is like not on birth control and you guys are not using protection, in that
Even if they
situation,
was,
they're
even if you
willingly
was on
they're
birth control,
gonna,
you could
gonna
still have a
finish.
baby with birth control. Even if
Okay,
you was on birth control, it don't matter.
yeah, I know, yeah. But like the chances of somebody getting pregnant when the girl's on birth control and like them having raw sex and stuff
Yeah.
like that is incredibly lower than them just having sex. She's not on birth control and they're not using protection. Then if it's like if they're doing that where it's like they're not on birth control, they're not using protection, then in that situation where it's like okay, they're genuinely just fucking up, and that kid should not get an abortion. But in an instance where it's like okay, they were doing precautions, using a condom and stuff like that, and the kid does come to life and stuff like that, still do think that okay, they should take care of the baby. But it's like if it's in a situation where it's like let's say they're in high school, middle school, something like that, where there's other things that can affect them, like family, getting kicked out, being homeless. I don't think
The majority of people
that
that's
should
having
have like
babies,
that kid in that situation.
the majority of people having babies is not in high school or middle school. So you jump into
No, but there's
extreme. The 99% of abortions is grown adults, grown women making the decision to
yeah,
delete their
yeah,
child.
yeah. I get that, but like
I can.
there's
So
also like
let's like you. That's not even an argument that you're making. Your initial argument was about the overwhelming majority of abortions. It's not that bad. Your initial comment. And let me scroll back up though, so people can know exactly what you said. Your initial comment was this, so
that was like
everybody
a
can hear it.
general
Just
thing.
hold on. You said it. It was a general thing because that's what you spoke in. You spoke in a generality.
Because the way you came off, you was like
I ain't
just
came off like nothing,
anti-abortion
bro. Just hold
all the
on,
way
bro. Just
through.
hold on. Like, you said abortions ain't bad though, gang. First of all, I'm
Okay,
not your. We gotta understand something though. Since you up here, I'm not your gang. Don't address me as your gang. Man. I ain't never been in a gang in my life. Neither have you. So
I
don't
didn't.
address me as gang. Don't do that because that's disrespectful. Don't address me as your gang. And you from Tanzania, so like don't even come on, man. Don't do that. Don't address me as your gang.
No, I
But
mean
you
I didn't mean it
said I
like
don't need no.
in a
You just don't
childful
address
way.
me. It's that simple. Just don't address me as gang.
Ah, I got
But
you. I got you.
the initial point you said abortions ain't bad though. So if you saying they ain't bad, then you saying that abortions is general. Abortions is
Yeah.
any
Okay.
old abortion. So
Okay.
abortions
Yeah.
ain't bad.
Yeah.
So are you
Okay.
saying
I
abortions
guess to
are good?
clarify, depending on the context of the situation, if they're just recklessly having sex, where it's
That's
like
the
they're
majority
not
of
being
people,
protected.
bro. The majority of people are recklessly having sex or having abortions.
Okay. And then in that situation, I agree. Where it's like they should not have an abortion because they're doing
So then
shit
what you
that's
are
like.
so then what you arguing then?
My argument is that there are certain cases where it's like they're doing everything that they can to not have a kid, and
No,
if
they
they're in a
wasn't. If they
situation
was
where
doing everything they
financially,
if they was no, they didn't. If they was doing everything they could do that not have a kid, they just wouldn't be having sex.
yes, I get that, but like
That you
people
don't get
just
it
still
because
have
you just
sex.
said that they doing everything that they can. Everything that you can is just keeping your dick in your pants and keeping your legs closed. So that's not
No,
everything.
I'm not. I get that, but it's like you can still get pregnant though if you just have sex with
So
a
we should
condom or
so then we should just be telling people to not have sex because
yeah,
the response. So it's not a choice then, or it's not a mistake. Then it's a choice. They choosing to
yeah,
not do the number one thing, which is to keep their legs closed and keep their dick in their pants. Correct?
yeah, yeah.
All right then. So we agree. So
Mhm.
you wasting time. Let's go to the next person. I ain't got time for the bullshit. You wasting my time, my nigga. Can I say that word on TikTok? I don't give a fuck what they can say on TikTok. I just don't like addressing me as gang because you never been in a gang in your fucking life. Don't address me with no street shit. You ain't even a part of the streets. I ain't a part of the streets. So don't address me with no street. Don't do that. Stay in your motherfucking lane. I stay in my lane. Don't address me with no street. That's just respect, man. Don't address me as no gang. I ain't your fucking gang and I ain't in no gang and you not in no gang. So don't do that. Because depending on who you talking to, it'll go up. So I'm giving you young advice. Don't be on the West Coast telling what's up, gang. You don't do that really nowhere for real. Unless you know that you talking to her, you know where the city you in and know what's going on. Don't be addressing me as your fucking gang. Are you a Aries? I don't believe in that stupid shit. No. No disrespect, but no, I don't believe in that dumb shit. All right. Shout out to all my people on YouTube. Appreciate y'all being on the live and all that. Shout out to the YouTube people. I ain't did a day and call in show on YouTube in a minute. I usually just be posting them instead of going live, but I wanted to go live today. Shout out to my YouTube folks. What's going on? Shout out to the YouTube, man. I appreciate y'all. Can you expand on why you don't believe in signs? Because I'm not a homosexual and I'm not a woman. I don't believe in stupid, made up bullshit. That's why. Only women in gay believe in that dumb. Oh, I call in. Just hit the button in the bottom right. You can request it. I mean, I can bring you up, but I can send you an invite. But you gotta have is that you on your page though? Is that you on your photo? I don't bring people up if they're not showing their face. But I'll bring you up. But just have a point though. Like if you got a point or like a question or something, that's what we do up here. But yeah, I just sent you an invite. So if you want to come up, you got a question to ask or something like that. Yeah, yeah. What's going on?
Is it? Hold on, I don't see my face. What I gotta hit?
You ain't gotta
You
be
see
on
me?
camera. You ain't gotta be on camera. It's just you gotta have a photo and you gotta have like a real verified, like a real verified account. I don't want to go
Yeah.
to niggas that's trolling and on fake pages and hide their identity.
Oh no! I don't do that, brother. I just wanted to let you know. I appreciate how you be correcting people in a respectful way, because I always, I'm not saying hater. I really dislike when people call me gang or big bro or bro, because as a big bro, now you're looking for some type of protection if you're getting something stupid. That's how I look at it. That's why I always, my dad always taught me, dog, when you introduce yourself, you say your whole name, like you love your name, your whole name. I came from a military background. I'm in the military. I'm in the Marine Corps right now. So I got about 6 more years before I'll be done. I went in at 17. So I appreciate you really being intelligent and you know how to articulate yourself. And you kind of remind me of my bro in Florida named, you probably heard of him, Derek Grace. So he
Yeah,
was
yeah, for sure.
articulate like you, and he showed how to take care of themselves, get better. If you make a mistake, you always come back from it. Don't let 30 seconds mess up your next 30 years. So I just wanted to give you that. I don't want to be on the phone, Joe. I just enjoy your content, brother.
For sure. I appreciate you coming up, man. Much love
I
to you.
no problem. You have a good one.
Likewise, and I appreciate the service as well. Charging. What else on your mind, man? Let's get it. Let's get it going today, man. Do you believe in 50-50 as far as what? Somebody asked me that earlier. I just want to make sure you talking about the same thing they was talking about. You might not be. Splitting bills with your partner. Partner is a homosexual term. Stop using the word partner. But as far as splitting bills, I don't split bills with no broad. We not equal. So I'm not splitting no bills with you. Hell no. I'm a man. But I'm also not splitting no time in that kitchen or washing or cleaning and wiping down. So if I'm taking care of the household financially, or at least the overwhelming majority of it, that's completely fine. I'm a man. That's what I'm supposed to do. But you need to be cooking and cleaning and not giving me back talk, shutting the fuck up when you need to. So that's just me. That's how I get down. I don't want to hear all that. I don't do all that bad attitude, talking back. I don't do none of that. But as long as you're taking care of the household, cooking and cleaning, food, you know what I'm saying, keeping everything together, you know what I'm saying, your main focus ain't got to be spending money on. That's my job, or at least the majority of it. Appreciate you, Diary of a Black Woman. Likewise to you, sweetie. How to navigate dating when making more than the average 26-year-old man. Well, you got to understand that, you know, men don't really give a fuck about your money. So, you got to understand that you making more money don't bring you more options in the dating market. It don't. If anything, it's gonna bring you down because of your mentality. Because you want a man that make more than you. So, your focus shouldn't be on money. As far as like, I'll tell you this: too many women that make a significant amount of money, or they make more than average, they think because they make more money, that means I get a higher caliber of man. So if I'm a woman and I make six figures, that means that I now get six-figure men. It don't work like that. A man that makes six figures don't give a fuck about a woman that makes six figures for the most part. They give a fuck about if you're gonna take care of the house, if you're gonna make some food and all other shit that I mentioned. They gonna want you to take care of the home. They don't give a fuck about your money. So your focus need to be on that. So just make sure that you understand, the roles, and understand what's gonna make you attractive to a man. You need to also understand too that, most men that make a significant amount of income, you need to be realistic. They usually don't hit their financial stride until they mid to late 40s. So all this whole notion, I ain't saying you think like this, but this whole notion where a lot of women think like these niggas be like 27 making six figures, and the average 27-year-old don't make nowhere near six figures. The average 35-year-old don't make nowhere near six figures. The average man make around $50,000 in the U.S. 50, 60K. That's the average man in the U.S. And that includes just the cumulative of all age groups. So this whole notion of all these got money, no, they don't. Most men don't make a lot of money. So what you need to make sure is you being logical, you being realistic. You got to break this down logically with numbers. If you want to date a black man makes 7% or 7% of the population. Most black men don't make nowhere near six figures. So if you want to date a black man that makes six figures, you looking at the 1% of black men, or maybe 10% of black men, small percentage of black men. And then guess what? Those black men that make 10, that's a part of that 10%, they're gonna deal with a lot of women because they got options. They're gonna want to deal with women that's attractive. So you need to be asking yourself, how do I attract a man that make this amount of money? That should be your focus. They want you to be attractive, cook, clean, and do what they need you to do. They want you to be on their program. You got to be willing to get on the man's program. So don't let your money get to your head. The issue is not that you make a lot of money. Understand this too. Like, men are indifferent about you making money. We don't give a fuck. As long as you ain't like taking your financial bad decisions and trying to throw it on him. That's different. Like if you just out here bad with money, you spend money on stupid. No matter how much money you make, it's not gonna be nothing anyway because you just dumb and bad with money. But when it comes to a man, he don't necessarily care if you work at Wendy's or you own Wendy's. Are you still gonna do the things that I need you to do as a woman? Are you still gonna take care of the home? Are you still gonna love me? Are you still gonna treat me how I need to be treated? Are you still gonna be feminine, soft, nurturing, and all the other we look for? So regardless if you own the Wendy's or work at the Wendy's, I don't give a fuck. I'll pull up to the Wendy's and take a woman up out that, handing out people sandwiches and shit, and make you my wife. My focus ain't about your money. I give a fuck about it. Education, give a fuck about it. Just do what I need you to do, and be on point and be on code with this dynamic that I might have set. But if you're not doing that, then, if you got the whole I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, I make money, fuck do all that other, then you just gonna be single and you're gonna be getting your time wasted. So that's what I say. Your money don't mean shit. Nobody give a fuck about your money, but a broke ass. Exactly. Your money, her money is for her. It's not for a man. Exactly. What's going on?
Yo, what's good? And I wanted to ask, what is the best, like, how do I attract the woman that I want? What are the steps to doing that? So I'm trying to figure that out. As a young man myself, 22, trying to figure it out.
Okay. Well, you 22, so women should be nowhere near in anything that you focus on right now. You 22 years old, so
Okay.
that shouldn't even be anything that you locked in with, to be honest.
Can you explain that more so I can understand?
Yeah, I mean, if you 22, it's nothing that you can really give to a woman. It's nothing that you don't have enough. Most 22-year-olds, not all of them, most 22-year-olds ain't got enough experience, knowledge, wisdom, intelligence, and nothing to have a woman go up under the program. It's that simple. A man's prime don't really happen in the dating market, don't really happen until his mid to late 30s. 33, 35, 38. That's usually when a man's prime is. So from 18 to 30, most of you niggas ain't shit. And that was including me. We ain't shit until we start to get our shit together and understand the world. It ain't shit that you can do. And the problem is the women that you want. So if you're 22, likely you're gonna date a woman that's between the ages of 18 to 25, right? Maybe 23. Maybe you don't want to go past your age. Well, the problem is that them women can attract you 10 years from where you at now. So if you 22 and you dealing with a woman that's 20, guess what? She can attract a dude that's 30 that can do everything that you can do, but 3-4 times better because he done been in the game longer than you. So it's just not the best notion. You know, your value don't go up until you get a little bit older. It just is what it is. And that's if you handling your business. It don't just go up because you get older. You gotta be handling your business.
Yeah, I would say this when in terms of money, I don't got that, but I do got the mindset. You know, mature with the mindset. I don't lust after women when I see them.
What do you mean you have the mindset? What does that mean?
I got the mindset that I don't lust after a woman just because I see her. I don't have the mindset like, oh, let me get it off because I see a woman. You know, I respect myself.
Just because you see a woman that's attractive, that don't mean that the only thing that you're thinking about is. I see women attractive all the time. That don't mean that you led by that. But so what? Okay, that's okay. You're not moved by just a woman being attractive. Great. It's way more things to a man in the dating market and trying to get women and attract women and keep women. It's also about keeping them broad too. Most of you niggas can attract a woman. Well, most of you niggas can't attract a woman, but for the men that can attract a woman, it ain't just attracting her, it's keeping her. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother ball game. So I mean, okay, you saying that you're not moved by lust. Great. It's more to it than that though. So what else? That's just one little aspect of the dating market.
There's more to it. Like I was adding to it. Also got respect. I move with patience, with discernment. I would say also knowing what I need. I go with what's good for me. In the world, I don't know. I just got a good mindset with it. I don't know how to fully explain it, but it's like,
well,
that's what it is. I'm gonna say I have respect for myself.
Okay, that's great, bro. But from what you're saying right now, you ain't really giving no answer. You just saying I just like things and I do good and you ain't saying.
Even though I was saying I got respect for myself, patience.
Congratulations, everybody else too.
Yeah.
Was like what it's other guys with the same thing, and you don't know because you 22. I mean, you 22 years old. I mean, let me. Have you ever? What city you live in?
Houston.
Have you ever left your hometown to live?
Nope.
Then you ain't got enough experience. About 22 years old, I already lived in about 5 or 6 different cities by myself.
But to be fair, I want to ask, like, wouldn't you be speaking on your experience or what you did?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is I'm not the average guy at my age. I wasn't the average 18-year-old, not the average 28-year-old right now. I ain't average. And that's not the flex and brag, it's me keeping it 100. I'm well past most of my age and every single thing that they could do with life. That's not even just me flexing. That's literally me speaking factual.
I want to ask, so without money, what is it based on?
Experience. Decisions that I made. The house at 18 ain't never went back. I ain't never lived with no bitch.
Okay.
I done had everything on my own. I ain't never lived with no bitch. Everything that I've done it on my own. I ain't had a job since 2020. I've been hustling since 2020 by myself, just trying to figure it out. And I finally figured it out. But that's just the financial part. I'm talking about experiences. I'm talking about being broke. I'm talking about being fucked up, making terrible decisions. You know what I'm saying? With life, everything, bro. All the woes that you go through as a young man between the ages of 18 and 25, I went through all of it and then some. By my motherfucking self. So I did all that shit that niggas still doing now or doing later in their 30s. I did that already.
So I want to ask this. So to get the woman I want, would you say I need money? I'm just asking.
You need money for yourself, not for no woman. You need money for yourself. Woman is a byproduct of the money. A woman is not. You don't get the money to get the woman. You get the money for yourself, and women come because they are a byproduct of money. But it's more than just money. You need to have experience. You need to have experience. Do you live with your people? Or you live by yourself?
I live with family.
Okay then. So you ain't got no motherfucking experience to be talking about no women. You live with your people, and ain't nothing wrong with that. You 22. Most 22-year-olds is fucked up, broke, and living with their people. But you ain't got enough experience, man. I left the house at 18 years old. By 22, I was living by myself. I think I was in downtown Pittsburgh when I was 22. I think I was in downtown Pittsburgh at 22. On Fifth Avenue. You ain't on Fifth Apartments. Look it up by myself.
But I just want to say that, would you say it's smarter to save up your money, with your parents, while you living at your parents' house?
If you actually working towards it, sure. But as far as a
Yeah,
woman,
okay.
you ain't nowhere where you need to be when it comes to no woman, bro. You ain't nowhere where you need to be, and that's okay because I wasn't when I was 22 either. Even though I was doing a lot
Yeah.
of shit solo and dolo, doing a lot of shit on my own, I still wasn't ready for no woman.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna definitely take the work and take what you're saying. Taking my time. No matter if it take, me being in my 30s. I'm gonna just keep taking my time.
Your prime
No
don't come
matter what.
your prime don't come into another about 15 years. So you got plenty
Yeah,
of time, but your prime from your 20s is the most important part of your life though. Don't be on that. A lot of people they like to say your 20s is for fun, all that. Nigga. Your 20s is for handling your business. Your 20s is for going through
yeah.
the woes. So you can't be 33 talking about I wish I coulda, I wish I shoulda. You ain't gonna be 33 talking about damn, I wish I could go back, nigga. I don't got no regrets, bro. Really, like literally, like everything that I did, everything that I'm doing now, I done did so much shit that niggas when niggas wish they could do. And I was doing that shit 23, 24, 25 years old. Well before I had a YouTube name and all this other.
Yeah, like honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. Like when it kind of hearing that in my head, I'm be like, dang, that's a long time. But it's like I really just, just have patience and just wait for it,
Yeah, most
no matter
definitely.
how long it take.
For sure. The best
Yeah,
decision that you
yeah.
can make right now though, leaving your hometown. Leaving out the house,
Okay, I feel that.
saving enough money, getting up out the crib, leaving your hometown. That's the best advice I can tell you right now. Leave your hometown and go somewhere different. That's what I say.
All right, man. Appreciate that, bro. I'm take my time, keep studying.
All right.
So yeah,
For sure. I
appreciate that.
appreciate you coming up. Much love and good luck to you. Shout out to D Astro for the gift on YouTube. I don't know how much that gift is, but I appreciate you, D Astro, for the donation on YouTube. Shout out to the people on YouTube. Thank y'all for the donations. I see somebody requesting up. I don't bring up people that's not showing their face on their profile picture, so I can't bring you up. How often you think people should talk text on the phone one day? I don't know. It depends on people's routine. It ain't. I mean, I think you should talk every day. If my bro go a whole 24 hours without talking to me, you gone. What? And if a woman like you, she gonna make herself available. This for all the men. Man, women are not that fucking busy, man. I'm gonna just give y'all some game real quick. Man, these ain't busy, man. These bitches on their phone all motherfucking day long. All day long. All day long. Women are on their phone. The number one consumer of online content is women. It ain't me and it's women. Women are on their motherfucking phone all day. So when that broad don't hit you back in the DM, she saw it. She just didn't think you was attractive enough to respond, man. So don't let women play that game like they ain't see it and they ain't know. Man, her ass saying that she just ain't fucking with you. Let you be a nigga that she like. Let you be Chris Brown. She'll swallow her fucking phone so that bitch can vibrate in her body. She don't want to miss it so damn bad. She don't want to miss the fucking notification. Nigga. Don't let that broad play you on that goofy shit. That'd be you niggas falling for that shit. I know what the fuck be going on. Shout out to Soraya. Soraya, I appreciate you, sweetie. Shout out to Soraya for the with the $20 donation. Much love to you. Miss you over this way, Soraya. We miss you over this way. Thank you for the donation, love. What's up, Palm Trees? Somebody said stay-at-home husband. I don't even think those names go together. Stay-at-home husband. I mean, unless you work from home, but that's usually when you attach stay at home, that's usually meaning that they not working. They just taking care of the house. What I look like. I work from home, but I ain't, mm-mm. I ain't doing none of that. You think the words go together? For real. I use Chris as an example every time. Well, because that's somebody that everybody know, and that's who a lot of women like. That's who they gravitate towards. So it's kind of like this, bro. Women have certain stipulations and boundaries on they respect and they don't respect. So when you're dealing with a woman, the way she deal with you is basically how much she like your ass. And it's me talking to the YouTube people real quick. I mean, talking to TikTok too, but that's just me talking to the YouTube people. The OGs know what the fuck I'm talking about. Shout out to all my OGs in the chat. Not you old. All you old can eat it. I'm talking to the OGs. The OGs know what I'm talking about. When women only have these high standards and shit for guys that they don't really deem as attractive, or guys they don't really deem as they want to deal with. I'm gonna give you an example. If a woman is dealing with a nigga with a lot of money, she'll make the nigga with a lot of money not have to spend $1 on her. She'll get flown out, and be at the crib all day long and don't give a fuck because she dealing with a nigga she know got money. But that logic switch when she knows she dealing with a regular dude. When she dealing with a regular dude, guess what? The regular dude got to take her on a date. He got to get her flowers and spend this and spend that. And it's real backwards. Women are delusional. They'll have a rich not have to spend nothing, but then they'll have a that's average have to spend a whole bunch of money to get the broad. But women understand that they dealing with somebody of a caliber where the money is not the thing. So instead of her looking at what he can do for me, because he don't got that much money, now she's looking at it what to do with money, what I can do for him. How can I make his life better? How can I make his life easier? How can I make myself available for him? You know what I'm saying? The roles switch. Now, you know you're dealing with a low value woman when everything is associated with some motherfucking money, because we know as a man, money is tangible. Money don't mean shit, especially when you got that motherfucker, because you can get it back. So money really don't mean shit to a nigga that got it. Money is a tangible resource. You know what I'm saying? You can get it, it's going to get gone, it's up and down. Money don't mean nothing at the end of the day. But, you know, you don't want a woman that's just moved off of financial. You want a woman that's moved off of everything else that come with a man, not just because he got fucking money. But unfortunately, that's most of these bras under the age of 35. Most of these, only thing they focused on is who tall, who got a full beard and light, or who dark skin and who got money. That's all, and who verified with attention on Instagram. That's all half of these motherfuckers hoes care about. They wonder why they can't keep no nigga and they keep getting flown out and sent the fuck back home. So it's easy to tell which broad is which. That's why they don't like me, because I call these goofy ass hoes out. And you dumbass niggas, because you niggas ain't no different. That's why I study what ideology the woman I'm conversing with adhere to. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's a great way to go about it. What's your name? Forrest? Yeah. You got to make sure a woman got the right mentality. Before she get with you too, she got to have at least a foundation. Shout out to Audrey. Much love to you, Audrey.
At Van Bovis super chatted $5. Hey bro, respect your truth. Keep doing what you doing. Peace God.
Shout out to Van with the $5 donation on YouTube. Hey bro, respect your truth. I'm gonna read back the donations on YouTube so TikTok people can hear it. Hey bro, respect to you. Keep doing what you're doing. Peace God. Much love to you, Van. Thank you for the $5 donation, family. Audrey with the $20 donation. So I have 2 questions. Speaking of Chris Brown, what are your thoughts on the women who go up on stage with him? How quick they are to do the most? Well, you dealing with a harlot. I mean, you dealing with a harlot ass. You dealing with a goofy ass broad that's willing to just go because of nothing. And it's funny too, because women will, and this ain't nothing against Chris Brown. I think Chris Brown is the closest thing to Michael Jackson. I think Chris Brown is a great artist. He's talented. I don't have nothing against him personally. Again, I just use him as an example because that's who everybody know. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny though, because Chris Brown got a DV case and he got 3 different baby mamas and 3 different children. Something that women claim that they really, really don't like a lot. But let Chris Brown shoot a shot. Them bitches going spread eagle in front of hundreds of thousands of people on stage because it's Chris Brown. So this whole morality shit, most of these modern women, it's not all y'all, most modern women don't have morality. They just go off of whoever looked the best with the most clout and the most money. That's who they fucking. And it's been that way since the beginning of time. Kings, knights, emperors have been the most disgusting people of all time. They've always gave to them. So you all that nice shit. I'm a good guy. Don't give a fuck about none of that. The next question: do you believe a man settles down once he himself is ready, or when he meets the right woman? Well, not nowadays, Arjana. Most men don't settle down when they're ready. They don't settle down when they're ready or when a woman is ready. They settle down when I say the woman's ready, listen to how I'm about to say it though. They don't settle down when they're ready or the woman's ready. They settle down when the woman tells him that she's ready. See, if you a man, you understand the difference. There's a difference between a woman telling you she want to marry you and her being actual marriageable. That's two different things. Every woman that's listening to the sound of my voice, at least the majority of y'all, think y'all are marriage material and think y'all ready to be married. The truth of the matter is, if it's 100 women saying that we're all wives and we're all wife material, 95 of y'all ain't wife material and 95 of y'all ain't ready to be married. So what happened with most modern men is they'll marry a woman when him himself damn sure ain't ready, but his woman tells him that you need to marry me because he a sucker, because he a and he led by women because he probably think like his mama. So he think he ready. He thinks she ready. Whole time him nor her ready. But he don't know how to make rational decisions for himself because he led and he think like a woman. So that's most of these nowadays. Great question though, Audrey. I appreciate the $20 as well. And shout out to Jakayla. Jakayla said, hey, Aunt, just supporting the live. Much love to you, Jakayla. I appreciate you, sweetie. And shout out to Jasmine. Jasmine said, much love from Boston. I fucking love Boston. Shout out to my people in Boston. I love Boston. That's one of my favorite. Everybody know, man, Boston, one of my favorite cities in the country. And it's a real slept on city, especially when it comes to the ladies, fellas. I'm telling you, Boston got them, boy. Boston got them joints, boy. Boston got a lot of very, very attractive women in there. And I like seafood too. And they got the Boston, they got some good seafood. But yeah. Boston got them Brazilians. I don't know about that. Oh, I ain't never messed with no Brazilian joint.
At Angel New York 1224 super chatted $1.
Angel, thank you for the $1 donation on YouTube. I appreciate that, Angel. Thank you for the $1. And shout out to Uriah, Yahadia. Thank you for the $1 donation on Cash App. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hopefully I didn't mess up your name. You letting people up on the live? Yeah, I'm letting people up, but you can't be on no fake page. You got to be on a real page showing your face. Yeah, hi, Raw. Bet. Yes, sir. They out in Boston, my boy. Plenty of them, all flavors. Yeah, that's what I like about Boston. You're going to get all flavors of women out there. Every damn near ethnic group, every skin color. They got it all out there.
At La Shondak 30B6C super chatted $5. Keep it the great work. Like blue heart emoji, blue heart emoji.
Thank you for the $5 donation on YouTube, LaShonda. I appreciate you. Keep up the good work, the great work. I got you, LaShonda. Much love to you. It's my real page, my face on it and everything. All right, bet. I ain't know who that was in that profile. I ain't know. We'll see though. What's going on?
What's going on, my guy? I hope you're doing good. I just had a question. I'm 20. I'll be 21 in like a couple of weeks, and I just wanted to ask you, when you was like my age, were you worried about like dating and whatnot, or was you more worried about like raising your like status as like a man, as a person?
I mean, a little bit of both. Which one was I most worried about? I was just like most dudes at 21. You focused on women, and I was a college athlete, bro. I played college football, so when you play in college football, you already think you're on top of the world. You already think that you untouched until you get out of college, knowing your ass ain't gonna go to the league. Then life hits you in real life and smack you in the face, and that's what happened to me. But I mean, when I first got out of college, dude, or when I was in college, when I was 21, bro, I wanted to play football and bro, just like every other college athlete. And ladies, I would advise y'all, don't date most college athletes because they're not gonna be faithful and they're gonna fuck a bunch of girls. But yeah, bro, that was my mentality. But that's not a good mentality to have. But you asking me what was my mentality at 2021? Yeah, I wanted to play football and
Okay, so then, giving like advice to somebody that's younger than you, or like me, I don't got nothing like that going on. The most I got for myself is I got my own house, and I'm trying to be a firefighter. But like,
that's what's up.
I feel like I'm not I'm still not there as a man yet. Like, I started boxing last year. I've been trying to get around people. Like, I remember one time you said you should, if you young, you should try to get around older people who can like give you game and whatnot. Yeah, you feel me? I ain't have a dad growing up in my life, so I'm
Elders,
trying to
though.
get around people.
Elders. Most of these old niggas don't know what the fuck they talking about. They think they know what they talking about because they elders. Some of these old niggas need to get smacked the shit out of. I'm talking about the elders. So when you looking at a older man that's talking about giving you game, I just want you to make the right decision and have the discernment. Look at their pedigree and what they doing. Are they married? Do they have children? What are their children? If they children are your age, what are their children's doing? Because clearly there's some type of show that they can say with this fake ass mentor and I'm older than you, so I know what I'm talking about. Bullshit. Most of them old niggas like to play. So don't let them little old niggas little boy you and think they over you because they older. Don't let none of them niggas play with you. But an elder, you're gonna be able to tell based on what he's saying, but what he doing. Not just he just on that bitch talking. You're gonna be able to say what he doing, the women around him, or if he has a wife, his children, what he do for a living, his morality, his respect, and he gonna point little shit out to you that you may not notice that you're doing. He gonna point little shit out because he wants you to be better because he know your potential. So don't just be listening to any old. Most of these old, what the fuck they talking about?
Okay, all right, but thank you for clarifying it. Because like I try to like see where somebody is and see if I like want to be in a position where
Derek
like
Greenway
like if I think that they're like valid
2261
from taking
super
advice,
chatted
but like it's kind of hard when you don't really see that growing
$4.99.
up.
And you an
think
OG
you feel me?
already.
No, I get it. I'm gonna tell you this, bro. An elder is gonna try to understand you first. I'm gonna tell you that's what you're gonna notice. An elder is gonna try to understand you before he get to just talking at you. That's how you gonna notice the difference. An older nigga, these old niggas, I always call them out as old niggas. They just like to talk, and they want somebody that they can feel above because they've been feeling beneath their whole entire life. I'm gonna give you an example, Josh. You know it's like lame ass, corny niggas that are in their 20s now, right?
Yeah,
Just in general.
yeah.
Guess what? They get older. So most of these old niggas are just the niggas that were bum ass niggas at 25 that just happened to get older. So now they 35, now they 45, now they 55. They the same nigga they was 20 years ago. So an elder is gonna try to get to know you for who you are. He's gonna want to understand you. He's gonna want to understand what got you to the point of where you at. And instead of coming at you crazy or trying to chastise you, he will come to you as a man and respect first before he ever try to come at you crazy or anything like that. Because he don't know you. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you'll notice the difference, because it's gonna come from a place of love, not a place of, man, you little young nigga. Don't let none of them old niggas play that game with you. Stand up for your motherfucking self. So I'll say that.
Okay, all right. So basically, them niggas don't grow at all, or their mentality ain't really evolved in a sense.
A OG and an elder, yes. A old nigga, no. And most older men are old niggas. Most of them are not elders or has did shit besides be old and just fucking talk.
Okay, all right, man. And then one more thing about the dating, like the woman like my age. I think one time I came on your live and you were saying like how like pretty much like people like or us like men from like 18 to like our early 20s, we not really worth nothing compared to like the woman our age. So does that mean that like I should only really with the woman that with me instead of like chasing? I mean, I don't chase, but
Yeah, you should never
like
chase. You could pursue, but don't chase. The best advice I can tell you, bro, is women shouldn't be your focus. But if you are gonna deal with a woman, and I learned this from my OG, my uncle, deal with the women who like you. That's the best advice I ever got. Deal with the women who like you. Because 9 times out of 10, most of us grew up in single parent households with our mama. We don't know how to pick a fucking woman. None of us, most men, regardless of their age group, don't know how to pick a fucking woman. That's why these niggas always getting divorced. And shit. So the same old niggas be telling you advice. That's why these niggas be getting divorced and shit. These niggas get finessed and played and cheated on and all this other. Most of us don't know how to pick a woman. So the best bet that you can do is this: pick the women who like you, and you're gonna know who like you. And let's say you got 3 women who like you. You're gonna pick the best one out of those 3. And guess what? She probably not gonna be a 10. She probably not gonna be a 9 or an 8. She may be a 6.5. But guess what? That 6.5 gonna be the one that's gonna be loyal to you. She gonna cook. She gonna clean. She gonna shut the fuck up, and she gonna love you for who you are. And she gonna make sure that she stand beside you. That 8, 9, 10, the bitch that thinks she bad and all the followers and attention and DMs, that bitch ain't shit. And that bitch don't do nothing but I'm pretty, give me attention. Her whole focus in life is about being a woman that's known and people think she look good. That woman ain't got no structure from the external, from the internal. It's all external. Don't deal with a broad like that. And I ain't telling you to deal with an ugly bitch. Don't deal with no broad that you're not attracted to. You could be attracted to her, but most of the time, that's why a lot of times you see like somebody like Patrick Mahomes. People talk about his wife a lot. He's a white woman, but he got a wife that she ain't usually what you see. You know what I'm saying? As far as most of these athletes, they usually get a woman that's more attractive. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he another one. Most people will say that his wife ain't all that, but guess what? Patrick Mahomes' wife been with him since high school. She been there from day one, and she probably do what the she's supposed to do to get on his program. Same with Giannis' woman. You know what I'm saying? It's no disrespect to their wives. I'm just speaking under like the most attractive woman. You may be a man that's up here. You can attract the most attractive women in the world. Most of them bras that's attractive, bro, them ain't.
Okay.
You know,
Damn, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Then say that. And then one last thing. I know I asked a lot of questions. One last
Oh, you
thing.
good? Go ahead. I'm listening.
One thing too, I will say, I feel like right now I'm not kind of in like my prime, even like body wise. Like, yeah, I box this up, but I still not fully in shape. So I also like kind of prioritize that over just like
Yeah.
everything else.
Always. Yeah. I mean, you could do those things all at once. You should be doing them all together. I worked out before I got on live. Worked out, hop in the shower, got on live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say that. Thank you, man. I really appreciate you, bro. I'm still gonna be tapped in.
For sure, bro. Good luck to you.
Man, say that.
For sure. Yeah, man. Stay in shape, man. You never know when these gonna try you. You gotta keep yourself together. You don't want to be out with your lady and a nigga beat your ass. And most of the time, niggas lose fights. First of all, most niggas can't fight. But most niggas lose fight because they run out of gas. Keep yourself, physically in shape, because most of these niggas gonna run out of gas in 30 seconds. And after them 30 seconds, one little uppercut, left hook, you trip one of them niggas, stump them niggas, is over with. Most of these niggas ain't got no gas. So that's why these niggas be losing. But yeah, keep yourself together, bro. All right. Shout out to my boy Leeds with the $5 donation, showing my weekly support. Hey, much love to you, family. Thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate that. Shout out to Shavante with the $5 donation just to support. I appreciate you. Shout out to both of y'all. Shout out to Selena with the $5 donation. Love to see your growth. You always got me laughing. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $5 as well. Thank you, Selena, for the support. Thank y'all for the love. Shout out to Audrey with another $20 donation. She says, I'll have to catch you on YouTube. I want to know if you've been following this case with I haven't, but maybe something I can look up. Maybe we can do a breakdown of it on YouTube. But thank you for the $20. I appreciate that. It's probably something I need to break down on YouTube though, honestly. We'll see. Let me read some of these YouTube. Yeah, I appreciate that. Them jail workouts, push-ups, pull-ups, dips, squats, 5 rounds, 4 days a week. Them jail workouts. Them the ones that stick to you though. All that weightlifting and heavy lifting, that fall right off you. When you're doing calisthenics though, that stick to you. That should stay for a while. All right. What else y'all got, man? What else y'all got going on the YouTube? I mean, on the TikTok. Any of y'all more than welcome to come up. You just gotta have your face on your account before you come up. They restricted the live too. We still got 263 in here. TikTok. So many people we got on YouTube. We got, it's 145 on YouTube. That's what's up. We got 145 on YouTube, 263 on the TikTok. That's what's up. A lot of y'all in here. Yeah, they be restricting me and shit. Why are the prettiest girls literally demons? He said literally demons. Well, attractive women, for the most part, bro. I'm gonna reread your question. Why are the prettiest girls literally demons? For the most part, bro, most attractive women have been able to utilize their beauty to get in majority of the situations in their life to come up. That's not to say that none of them work hard or got no skills, but most women that are attractive, they've never really had to work for a lot comparative to a woman who's not attractive. And they've been given a lot of shit in life, a lot. They've been given a lot, and they've been able to use their looks as the scapegoat for everything. You know what I'm saying? And the fucked up part about it is it usually happens with men. So if you really want to know why beautiful women so mentally fucked up and they so like narcissistic and egotistical, it's because of men. It's not even because of them. It's because of men. Because they so used to simping. They so used to not having no requirements and boundaries or standards or nothing. It's just like some men that let a woman talk to them crazy just because she attractive. I don't give a fuck who you is. I don't give a fuck who you is. You gonna watch your fucking mouth fucking with me. I don't give a fuck about you. You could be a celebrity. I don't give a fuck who it is. Beyonce. You're not about to do none of that. You're gonna have to get the fuck on. It's just real simple. You know what I'm saying? So most of these niggas, they deal with these women that are attractive and they don't hold no standard to them. They let the women do whatever. And that's why when she done getting fucked by him, she get with you and she treat you like you ain't, because she's been used to treating niggas like, because most niggas who demand respect, they don't deal with a broad like that. But most of you niggas don't demand respect. And the part of it is y'all can't demand respect because a bitch don't respect you. She don't like you because you don't have nothing to respect. So if you really want to know why these women are the way they are, yeah, some of them fucked up. You got to blame their mamas too, because their mamas instilled that stupid ass mentality into them too. But you got to blame the modern simpy men who don't hold these women up to no standards. And most men are scared to tell women the truth. Now, why you think I get the pushback I get? I get death threats and women telling me I'm gonna call my brother. Well, go call that bitch ass nigga then. And they be in my DMs talking all this crazy. I don't be responding to them goofy. They be fat and ugly anyway. But they come at me crazy. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying be true. But most men are not willing to deal with that pushback that the women gonna give them. They're not willing to deal with, well, if I tell her the truth, she not gonna sleep with me. That's how most men's mentality. That's how most men date women. I'm gonna tell her what she want to hear so I can get the easiest access. I'm not finna do all that. I'm gonna tell you exactly what the fuck I feel, and I don't really care about what the pushback gonna be, because I mean I can replace you easily. It's not that big deal to me. I don't know if this real or not. We'll see.
Hi.
What's going on?
Two questions. The first one is this and CEO 216 your Cash App tag?
At the top, yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I donated a couple days ago and just skepticism had me like, did he get it?
You did?
But
I wasn't on live a couple days ago, so it had to be when I was off live. When you say couple
no,
days
you
ago,
were
how long was it? Because I ain't been on live in maybe three, 4 days.
Yeah, it's been that long. It was like
Okay.
right at the tail end you were getting off.
Was I already off? If you did send me something, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
What's your what's your name so I can make sure I got you and make sure it went through the right.
it's Tiana, Teauna.
Let me make sure. That's it. It's just that's your cash tag. What's the full one so I can make sure?
Oh, now I gotta put my name out there. Tiana Ariel, Ariyle.
What day was this?
Friday 9/10.
She said, I want to make sure my money went through. I ain't mad at that. I appreciate the support. Let me make sure I see your name. No, this was on Friday. Toward the tail end.
Yes, you had answered my
I see it,
question,
I see it.
it?
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you for answering my question. Love the content. Thank you. I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure so I could donate again.
Okay.
But my question is,
Thank you for that.
if you had to give advice on leaving a person alone that has made it clear that they want their cake and eat it too, and are aware that you are that safe person for them, what would you suggest? And if it helps that I give a little context, I've been talking to a guy 2 years now, as of last week. We see each other. We started off seeing each other every couple months, and then I encouraged him to move into his own place. He's 37.
Where was he
He
living
moved into
before?
with his mom. Family. I know. So he was there after college. He got like really lazy, essentially. So he lived with family, and then just after talking to him for a while, I was like, you gotta like move on with your life. Move out. You got your money saved, all the things. Go live by yourself. You got 2 cars, whatever. You can do it. So he did. And when he first moved, I was there probably like 2 weeks at a time the first couple months. And then I slowed down because he would say things like, you're too available, or you're too nice, or you're too understanding, like different things like that.
That nigga gay.
So, okay.
If you being honest, that nigga gay, but go ahead.
Okay, so I'll just cut to the chase and say we just spent 4th of July weekend together. Super cool. I have been pulling back my energy. Like, I don't call him, I don't text him. I said, if you want to talk to me, you will call and text me, because he does entertain other women. I said, I get that. I'm not asking for a relationship. We can kick it, but I want to make it clear I'm not going to not waste my time, but intention matters. Like, if you said, just hold on a minute, let me get that together, I said, okay. But we're 2 years in now. What is the point? So this weekend we spent together. I've been pulling back my energy. I don't call, I don't text. And the entire weekend, he's all in my phone. Like, who are you texting? What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah.
Look,
I'm not doing anything bad.
This is my,
And
hold on real quick.
yeah,
This is my
okay.
this is my issue with what you saying though. You was dealing with dude for 2 years. So you knew his circumstance, you knew what he was doing. So my thing is,
Mhm.
when you've been dealing with somebody for that long, everything that come with that, you seen these red flags. He was dealing with he was living with his mama when you first started talking to him, right?
Yeah.
All right then. So my thing is like you knew the red, that's a red carpet right there for boys. So I mean you can sit here
Okay.
all day and say he was this, he was that, and I get it. I'm with you.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, you gotta look in the mirror and be like, I seen these red flags, I seen this, and what was I doing dealing with it for 2 years? I mean, you a 38-year-old living at his mama house? Was he in jail? Like what was
Yes.
this? Was he in the streets?
No, he was in college and became an accountant.
Nah,
And then
nah.
he said like he got lazy and all he knew was like partying and women. And I said, okay. And I do see the red flag. So I'm watching the chat too. I was so embarrassed to even come on here. But anyways, I did see the red flags and I was like, okay, I can let it go. And it's like, now that I've reached the point of letting go, now here he is like, oh no, blah, blah,
Well, the
blah.
thing is, you shouldn't have had a gradual. I'm gonna pull it back. That's immature. A grown adult is gonna say, "Look, this is what it is. This is how I'm feeling. What we doing?" And if the answer is not sufficient for you, then you just leave. You don't slowly pull back. That's not what grown adults do. Ain't nobody got time for that. You just me, I ain't about to do that. Just slowly. I'm gonna just go ahead and get you on somewhere and just let you do your life. And I don't really care at that point. So that was immature. You should have just been straight up and had the conversation and not gradually pull it back. You should have just continued to completely dismiss the relationship fully.
I understand that. And I don't want to seem like I'm combating what you're saying, but I did, when I made it clear that I won't call or text you, if you want to communicate with me, you will do that.
No.
Or
See,
even
that's the
past that,
problem
I
right there,
said,
though. That's a problem.
so that's leaving the door open
No,
like too much.
we're adults. This whole that's
Yeah.
little kid game. That's high school. That's what you hear in high school when two people are in high school dating. That's what they say. Well, if you ain't gonna call me, I ain't gonna call. That's stupid shit.
Yeah.
You just
Okay.
either we gonna be in this and lock in and make this work, or we gonna get. I'm not like, come on, what we doing?
Yeah.
You either gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. We're not about to tiptoe around like little kids. That's immature.
I understand that. And I did give that ultimatum. I just feel bad, like as a woman, I shouldn't have to give you an ultimatum. Like, I see what you're doing. I said, okay, let's leave it alone. And when I'm almost like pulled back in, I feel bad that I'm jumping over my words. I'm sorry. I'm agreeing with you. I just feel like maybe I'm fucking up. I don't know.
I'm telling you, you fucking up. Yeah, I mean, we can sit here and talk about how bad he was all day, but he ain't here. You dealt with him now, right? So that means no. So you continually fucking up. So you want to fuck up. So it's your decision at this point.
Okay. I don't want to hold up your line. I just wanted your advice on that because I was like,
I mean,
I can cold turkey quit. I will cold turkey quit. I have cold turkey quit. And then here he comes. He's called my whole family. Like, just, I don't know.
well, all that is not
It's
clearly
it's
is not a big deal because you ain't still, you ain't done with him yet. So you could say here, he's
Not
done this,
done.
he's done that, you still there. So all that is unnecessary. You just in the same boat as him.
Yeah. Can I ask one more question?
Go ahead.
Cold turkey cutting somebody off involves what? Ghosting, no final say, or do you say your last words? Okay, stop, chat, for real. Do you say your last words and then move on? I've never done it before. I've only known one long-term relationship. I'm 28, was in one from 15 to 25, and after that, this is it.
How old are you?
28.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, you just stop talking to him the same way you stop talking to anybody else. Not rocket science. Respectfully, it's not complicated.
I understand. Well, I appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for taking my thing. Thank you.
For sure. Good luck to you. Thanks for the donation. Try to bring somebody else up, but it ain't working. All right. I mean, part of you coming up, you're gonna have to deal with the chat. Say the chat gonna have their opinion too. But you can't be up here focused on the chat. You gotta be up here focused on how to fix your situation. The chat gonna be the chat. It is what it is. I don't be paying them no attention when people up here. Honestly, very rarely. I mean, I see some comments, but I don't be paying the chat attention because I'm gonna lose focus. I do this so much, I know how to completely tone the chat out like it ain't even there. No disrespect to the chat, but shout out to Kimberly with the $10 donation. It's 11:52 p.m. here. Can't sleep, so I'm watching you. Shout out to Kimberly. Thank you for the $10 donation. Yeah, we on the West Coast time, so I've been on a little later, but I'll still make sure I get on here and do what we gotta do, man. Give you all a good show. Hopefully you ain't got no kids with dude. I should have asked her that. I ain't even asked her. Hopefully you ain't got no kids with dude. If you ain't got no kids with dude, you need to get away from him. Why you turned off gifts? I don't do TikTok gifts. If you want to support me, you gotta support Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. I don't TikTok gifts. A waste of money, and TikTok take over 50% from its creators, and they just be still they've been stole money all type from me. TikTok. I fuck with y'all. I don't fuck with the app of TikTok though. Fuck this goofy ass app.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's up, Tiz?
Hey, real quick. So, I think that lady gonna go back. I'm not gonna hold you. She don't sound. The only way you can go cold turkey on somebody is if you gotta just be honest with yourself and just take yourself seriously. But the thing is, a lot of women fail to realize y'all don't really be taking yourself serious because y'all be breaking your own rules on day one. So when we see that, we know y'all not gonna really stand on business. But it is what it is. But on the same side, you know, a dog is always gonna return back if he knows of a treat at the end of the tunnel or of catching the ball or whatever you want to call it. A dog's going to return back to get that treat, and then he's going to go about his business and lay down and go play with some other dogs. So just be mindful of that. And then one more thing. You're looking pretty sharp out there, my man. I seen you out there on social media.
Oh, yeah, man. You know, I had to go suited and booted a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Make sure you go ahead and return my suit back. I need it back this week.
Funny, man.
I'll fuck with you.
Appreciate you, Tiz. Much love to you.
All right.
Shout out to my guy, Tiz, man. If you wear another suit, you gay. I would never wear another suit. What's going on? We can't hear you talking, bro.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, what's going on? Is your smoke alarm beeping?
Nah, it's the AC. I'm gonna turn it off.
Huh?
That's the AC.
That wasn't a smoke alarm beeping?
Nah.
All right, what's going on?
No, man, what do you think about
Guys who pay for box.
Pay for this is just pure transaction, money, and
Yeah, what do you think about it?
it ain't nothing that I do. I ain't never had to do it. Never done it. Never would do it. Don't gotta do it.
So
For other guys that do it, I mean, usually dudes that do that because they don't they have to.
yeah, but some guys, that's the only way they're gonna get it though.
That's why I just said they have to. That's what that mean.
So like, what do you think like matters more, looks or money?
Okay, is you like is your toilet in the kitchen? Like, are you washing dishes and taking shit? What are you doing? It's a lot of noise in the background, bro. It's like you on the toilet and you like cleaning off a plate or something. Can you go to like a quiet room or something?
Let me see if I can.
It's just a lot of different moving parts in your background. I don't know what you got going on, or if you cleaning something or something, but it's just a lot of noise.
You want me to go somewhere quiet?
I mean, I don't. I mean, if you just, it's just a lot of noise.
Let me see. Let me see. What do you think? What do you think is
Okay. You just okay. Just come back up when you get to a quieter place, bro. I don't want to hear all that. And how tall are you? You look about 6'2" or taller, judging by your shoulders. I'm 5'1". I'm a short king out here. Can't you tell? I'm a little. He sound like. By the way, for the people on TikTok, I'm looking at my YouTube chat. We got let me see how many people we got on YouTube right now. We got 154 on YouTube and 346 on TikTok. He sound like he watching corn being weird, respectfully. And I don't know what it's just too much noise, too much. I don't know what he doing, man. He doing too much. I can't hear. I don't want to hear all that. Respect. I'm 5'3". No, nigga, I'm lying. Nigga, I'm not that short. You 5'3", damn nigga. I'm nowhere near 5'3", my nigga. I know some of the short like, yeah, we got nah. No disrespect to the short, but I ain't gonna lie, man. That's one thing I would not want to be is a short, bro. I no disrespect to y'all. Cause no matter what you do, it's just like you gotta get money though. You have to, bro. Cause bro, it's just man. You can lose weight, you can get money, but you can't get taller, my nigga. Unless you're trying to pay like $200,000 to get your knees done, but that ain't respectable. At least I don't respect it. Someone said you gotta be buff. Well, the problem with short niggas is when they get real strong and big, they look even shorter. Like it's better for a short nigga, it's better for you to be regular size. So when you a short nigga and you aki and cocky, you look even more shorter. I don't know. You could be in shape, but don't be a big, strong muscle workout and you 5'3", 5'2". Like don't do that shit. You look like a little ass, like a little puppy Rottweiler or something. Like it's just I don't take you serious. I don't do that. Okay, you at a better place now, bro? Cause I couldn't hear nothing. The background too much. What's going on?
Yo.
You still moving stuff around? What,
Yo.
bro? Yeah. What's going on?
Is it better now?
Nah, you still moving around, bro. Your back. Just sit your phone down.
Yeah, it's good, bro. But so what do you think matters more? Can you hear me?
Yeah, bro. We good.
What do you think matters more, looks or like you think looks better?
Do I think looks matter and who and what? What you mean?
Getting the ladies, man.
Yeah, your looks matter to an extent. Yeah.
So is looks everything?
No.
So what's everything?
What do you mean? What's everything? You want me to name every little thing that a woman could be attracted to? I mean, what you mean? What's everything?
What's most important?
The most important thing to attracting a woman?
Yeah.
I don't think you can say what's most important because it's going to depend on the woman you're dealing with.
Because a lot of guys
for a good woman, people in the comments saying money. For a good woman, money is not going to be the most important thing. It could be a part of it. It could definitely be a part of it. It's okay for a woman to care about money, But for a good woman, money is not the most important thing. So if you're trying to deal with a little goofy ass LeBron, then yeah, money. But if you're dealing with a good woman, it's way deeper than money for her.
Way deeper than money. Well, when it comes down getting women and stuff like that, look, do you think it's better to play it cool, like act like you don't like them? But sometimes when you be nice, that's when they be rejecting you. What do you think?
No, it's just because you niggas do too much. It's not because a lot of you dudes be saying that. Well, women don't like us, and as soon as we act like we like her, then they stop liking us. No, it's just because you niggas do too much. You don't know how to.
No, but it is.
You said what?
That's true though.
Okay, but let me finish my point though. You've already said it, so I'm giving a rebuttal. It's not necessarily that you start showing that you like her, because any woman that I've showed that I like, they gonna like me back. It's because I know how to not do too much. A lot of you niggas do too much. There's not two things. There's not two sides. This isn't like only two choices that you can pick. It's not just you either extremely really act like you like her or extremely just be dismissive. No, bro. There's a median. There's a median there, and you have to know how to manage that median in the middle, where you can still show that you like this woman, but also not be a fucking simp and a bitch and on her heels all day long. You know what I'm saying? I'm the person that says women ain't gonna agree, but I don't give a fuck. Women are delusional. But a woman's supposed to like a man more. Now that don't mean you don't like your woman, but a woman is an emotional creature, so she has to be more in tune with the emotions as far as a relationship than you. You the logical one, you the leader, so you can't be the one that's more emotionally driven. It will have to be the woman that's doing that. So, I mean, you can still show that you like a woman and still not do too much, bro. But you got to know how to manage and balance it. A lot of you niggas do too much.
Yeah, but so basically, but how do you not like do too much? Cause it be hard sometimes.
It's not hard, just depending on the women you dealing with, bro. So that's not really a question that I can answer because it's going to depend on the woman. But I mean, to be honest, is that an issue that you be having going on consistently?
Yeah, it'd be an issue I'd be having going on because I'd be doing too
So you
much.
do realize when the issue is consistent, that means you the common denominator. So it's likely ain't the women, it's you.
So basically, you just said that it's about the women. You gotta go for basically the woman that choose you, right? Right.
It's a mix. You got to get the woman that like you, but you also got to make sure that you are up to par. And I ain't gonna lie, that profile picture that you got, that profile picture that you got, my boy, that is a pussy repellent.
How you know?
You ain't gotta ask me. Ask the women in the chat. I mean, they already talking about your profile picture as soon as you came up. That bitch is a pussy repellent, literally.
But why?
Your smoke alarm beeping, nigga. You lied. Get off my live. I heard that smoke alarm beep. You probably was walking around trying to not make that sound because you know my rule. No smoke alarm beeps on my live. I heard your smoke alarm beep, man. You got to get off my live. But from looking at your profile picture, bro, you got way deeper issues than women. Women, you got to get your shit together. But your smoke alarm beeping, bro, I can't talk to you, man. So that's a big issue there. So you shouldn't be asking about women when you can't change a fucking battery in your ceiling. What's wrong with you, man? What's going on?
Hey,
How you doing?
okay, I got a
Your phone went out. We can't hear you. We can't hear you going once, going twice, going 3 times.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to come back up when you get your sound together. We can't wait for you, respectfully. We got to go to the next person.
Hello.
What's going on?
I'm back. Okay, so I have a dilemma and I need advice. Okay, so basically the person that I'm talking to, right? On 4th of July was his birthday, and he went on Instagram live, and I peeped that his ex commented on his live and said, "You look good," right?
And I wasn't on my Instagram page. I was on like my spam page because I didn't want to go on my page to to look at his live. So then I just went on my regular page, and she was watching his live, and she commented, "You look good." And I didn't want to, bring it up on his birthday because I was just selfish. And I needed to calm down because it really just, irked me a little bit. So then I talked to him about it yesterday. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Yeah, I talked to him about it, and I told him I just think it's weird that, your ex would comment, "You look good," even though you didn't acknowledge it. I just think, it's just kind of off. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I understand. Like, I get how you're thinking because you're just
Suck ass nigga.
you're thinking like, oh, there's
Nigga
no way
suck.
she's still on that
You
and stuff." So
echoing.
my thing is,
You echoing.
huh?
You echoing. That nigga a sucker. Go ahead, though. I'm listening.
Can you hear? Am I better now?
Yeah.
And my thing is like, I'm gonna listen to what you say and not assume, but at the same time, I just think it's, weird, and I just want to know, how do I set a boundary, or should I even set a boundary and not worry about it? Like, what do you think?
What boundary can you set from a random motherfucker commenting on his live?
It wasn't a random person. It's his ex.
A random motherfucker. Get out!
Okay.
Stop going to my bathroom. That's a random motherfucker. It's his ex, sure, but it's a random motherfucker at this point because they're not together. And they don't talk. She commented on the page. He didn't acknowledge it. That should have told you everything you need to know right there.
Okay.
Okay. So what boundaries you gonna set to make her not
I'm
confused?
I'm just asking, should I set a boundary? Because
I'm asking you. You didn't answer my question. What boundary can you set to make her not possibly comment on his page?
There's nothing that I can not make her do, but it's just something
what's the boundary though? I'm asking you for the third time. What is the boundary? What boundary could you put there? There's no boundary that you could put.
Removing his ex from his social media?
That's if he was gonna fuck with her, he was gonna fuck with her regardless. You think removing the ex on social media is gonna stop it? That ain't gonna stop shit.
That's a valid point. That's why I asked. That's why I was thinking, like,
that ain't gonna stop
because in my head, I'm like, what I assumed is, okay, if she felt comfortable.
It's not much in most of you modern women's head. What I'm telling you is, there's not anything that you can do. He didn't acknowledge the broad. You need to be focused on. You got more energy than that. You need to have more energy and focus on keeping his balls empty. So even if another woman do come, he ain't worried about it because he already drained. You keeping food on the table. You making sure that he got a back rub if he came back from the gym. It's a smoothie being made. You worried about the wrong shit. That's why you women can't keep no motherfucking man. I could see if he acknowledged her and was just like, "Oh, thanks, love." I could see he gave her. He ain't respond to the broad. He act like the bitch didn't exist. That's what he supposed to do. So you getting mad at him and coming to him, you asking the wrong motherfucking questions. You need to be focused on what you can do for that man and how to make him your man, rather than worrying about another bitch who he used to be fucking, who he ain't giving no energy to. You worried about the wrong shit. I would have told you to get the fuck on, because you worried about the wrong shit. You ain't on the program. But he don't get you on the program correctly. But I think you worried about the wrong damn thing. You need to be worried about everything else to keep that man, not a random bitch that he don't fuck with that gave him a compliment and he ignored the broad. And again, him blocking her, removing her, it's not gonna stop nothing. That's not gonna stop nothing. And if you gotta do that, I ain't that type of nigga. If woman I'm dealing with, you don't need to be following no other on the internet anyway. My girl, she can't follow no nigga online. I don't give a fuck who it is. But when it comes to social media, if you have to go out of your way to be like, "Hey, this person, I don't want you following this person," then that means you really don't you have a real issue with trust. Because trust me, if they was gonna do what they was gonna do, they was gonna do it regardless of they following them or not. You unfollowing them or them unfollowing or making them remove, it's not gonna change the predicament. They still gonna do what they gonna do.
Correct. I agree. Well, this is the reason why I asked for your perspective, because I asked my cousin, right? And
your
she's
cousin
married.
is a woman. Your cousin is fucking delusional.
Yeah.
No disrespect
exactly.
to your cousin, but a woman is delusional. I don't give a damn if she married. That most women are delusional. Most marriages end in divorce because a woman divorces. So that don't mean shit. You might as well ask the bitch on the side of the road.
Exactly. That's why I wanted your opinion, because I'm like, maybe I am just tripping. I just have trust issues. And yeah, I just wanted to ask, but that's a valid point. Thank you very much.
I can understand that you feeling away, But you questioning him about it and making it seem like I don't like that, and he can't control that. You can only control what you can control.
Yeah, I just thought it was weird because if roles were reversed,
You a motherfucker. Do roles reverse when y'all go on the first date? Who paying for the first date? Who holding the door open for who? Who putting who on the inside of the street? And who gonna protect who if something was to happen?
the man.
All right then. So don't give me with no roles is reversed. None of that. Y'all only want roles to reverse whenever it's beneficial for you. You can miss me with that. You ain't no man, so your pussy don't move off what a nigga do with his dick. And he didn't even do nothing with his dick. He didn't acknowledge the broad. That's all you need to know right there. You need to be in your role and worrying about the right shit, which is how to keep that man, like I told you earlier. That need to be the role that you reversing and focused on. Reverse what you got right now, reverse that shit, and to the next time you see him, what you gonna make.
Okay. I mean, I definitely do my part as a woman. But thank you.
All right. Appreciate you coming up.
I appreciate it.
Likewise. Good luck to you. These women out here, boy. That's what we here for, though. That's what we here for. Ain't gonna go in there too much. That's what we here for. We gotta get her together, though. You know? Basically, cook, clean, and shut up. Hey, for the right nigga, that's what you're doing anyway. For the right man, that's what you're gonna do.
Hey, real quick, and with that, y'all see, well, that shit was just crazy. That's just crazy. And then, like, we don't be doing nothing as men. We don't be doing nothing because we don't pay it no mind because we know better. But at the same time, after that all happens, and it's not just her, because I know there's other women who do it, they gonna sit there and study your social media straight forward all week. They gonna be looking at all the new followers that you got. I'm like, bro, don't y'all got like to do throughout the day besides just stream, doom scrolling and shit? Like, what the f?
And Montez be letting it be known. And anybody talking shit on Montez, unless you motherfuckers support it like Montez, I don't want to hear nothing that you motherfuckers got to say. Because unless you supported the motherfucker the way that man do, I don't want to hear. Why did he keep coming up? I'm sick of him. Well, how much do you support to be critiquing anything in my motherfucking life? Montez done sent more donation money than anybody in this motherfucker probably combined. So I don't want to hear shit from none of y'all, respectfully. If you don't like Montez, then you don't like me, don't come to the live. Because anytime that man come up and want to give his take, he going to be able to do so because he support more than anybody in this motherfucker, ever. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And that's for anybody. That's a few of y'all got that reign because y'all been supporting me. And Montez was supporting me before I was even on YouTube. Nigga was supporting me back in 2021 when I first got on Bigo. So let's let that be understood for the people who don't know Montez. Shout out to my dog. Unless you in this bitch supporting, don't be critiquing because you don't support this motherfucker. You just get in this bitch to watch. Anyway. We had somebody requesting up, but they dropped down. All right. You know, whoever else want to come up, y'all more than welcome to. Just be on a real page, not hiding your identity. If you hiding your identity, I can't bring you up. You are a good, direct person who I highly respect you, and don't let anyone take your peace. Oh no, ain't no motherfucker take my peace. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. And how you deal with aggressive chicks? Ex of 6 years trying to come back. I don't deal with no aggressive woman at all, bro. Anytime I get any aggression from a woman, bro, she gotta go. I don't even go back and forth with her. I ain't even finna argue with no broad. You come at me with some type of aggression or disrespect or, you know, bad attitude, smart mouth, any of that, calling me boy, calling me out my motherfucking name, the bitch gotta go. I don't let no woman come and give me any type of disrespect, and I'm not gonna give her no type of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Now, some of you goofy bitches on here, that's different, because you goofy bitches deserve to be called a goofy bitch, and if you're not a goofy bitch, then don't take offense to it. But I'm talking about a woman that I'm dealing with in my personal life, any woman that I'm locked in with that has showed me the type of woman she is, she gonna get full utmost high end respect from me and vice versa this way. But I don't let no woman raise her voice. I don't let no woman call me out my name. I don't let no woman say, don't call me your nigga. I'm not nigga, none of that. I'm not bruh. I'm not dude. I'm not bro. I'm not none of that. I'm daddy, baby, my name, or whatever else you want to call me. That's a term of endearment. And that's something that most of you dudes would stand on. Because some of you niggas are so weak, you let your girl call you nigga. You let your girl talk to you like you a dude on the street. I don't let no woman do none of that. That's over with. That shit slow. I be seeing like they let that girl like get buck with him and like play fight and like get tough. What is you like? What is you like? I don't. We not trying to do none of that. We not about to do. We not about to fake do nothing. We not doing none of that. You a female operating your mother role. Wrong too. But because some of y'all so toxic, man, y'all used to that. I don't want to act like you a dude with my lady. That's not what we finna do. We ain't never finna do none of that. You know what I'm saying? So your woman got to be on point, man. She got to be on point, but you got to be on point too. Shout out to make sure I show love to some of the posts. Shout out to Joy with the $1 donation. I appreciate you. Shout out to Leslie with the $20 donation. Shout out to Tiana. I think I missed you. Tiana with the $10 donation. Y'all, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the support. We're at 155 right now. Let's try to hit this 250 quick, y'all. We at 155, man. Let's get this up to 250. I'm trying to look at both chats, y'all. I'm looking at my TikTok chat and my YouTube chat. I'm trying to stay on point with both of them. Y'all got to realize that aunties got money, so why dudes be angry at the aunties, though? What? I don't know what you mean by that. I see somebody with 216 at the end. What up? You must be from the city. You must be from Cleveland. Shout out to you, Young J216. Shout out to you. You from the city. What's going on? What's the word? I'm trying to put the city on, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably the most popular YouTuber from Cleveland. Probably popular with a platform from Cleveland. I was talking about something like this, not the stupid shit, being a rapper and all that dumbass. Unless you a good rapper. But, or doing some stupid. Check your CA. Oh, shit. Might send me some. Shout out to my boy. Damn. Shout out to my boy. See? This is what I be talking about, man. Shout out to my dog, Montez, with the $250 donation. Yes, I said it. So all you motherfuckers that be in this midget, Monte keep coming up. The reason why I've been able to stay on live half the time is because my boy showed love. He said, I'm sick of me too if I could support like this. Literally. Shout out to my dog, man. Y'all better show love to my boy Montez in the motherfucking chat. So unless you in this supporting, I don't want to hear shit from none of y'all. Shout out to my motherfucking dog with the $250 donation, dude. I appreciate you, family. Much love to you. Shout out to my guy, man. My dog been showing me love since I started doing this content, man. I started going live on Bigo, man. That was back in 2021, man. Well before TikTok and YouTube, man. My boy been watching me since day one. There's a couple of y'all that came from that time. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my dog, man. I appreciate you, family. Much love to you, buddy. Shout out to my guy for the donation and for the motherfucking love, dude. Real shit. It's my boy right there, man. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Shout out to our YouTube people. Only so many people we got on YouTube. It's 159 on YouTube. Shout out to the people on YouTube. Tez, I appreciate you, family. Much love to you. Real shit. I appreciate you, dude. Shout out to my guy, man. What's going on?
Hey, I'm back again. I just wanted to ask a clarifying question on your perspective you gave. So at the point when I mentioned earlier that I didn't call or text the guy I've been talking to, like I said that I stopped doing that. A little more context of that was I was
Tiana,
that person
Tiana,
who would.
Tiana. Are you coming up here? Like, are you coming up here to try to defend?
No, no. I just.
What are we doing?
No, I get that you got the point. I just wanted to know if
you have another question.
I just want to know if the perspective changes if I gave the context that.
Okay, so you coming up here, Tiana. You coming up here to defend the point. The point was already was said. You should have just been done and left it alone. You coming up here to defend what? No, the
He
context
said,
don't change. You should have left him alone, and that's the end of it.
uh,
All the extra shit, like this is it's unnecessary.
okay.
Just stand in that. Just stand in that. Just be adult enough to be like, you know what, I get it. You ain't gotta like nobody's coming
No,
at you. Anybody, you ain't gotta defend that. You should have just like, what are we doing? It's nothing. Like, what are you adding?
I was trying to get an understanding from what you said. Like, you said it was childish that the gradual pullback happened. I just wanted to express it was, um, you know how, I guess it was a response to rejection. I don't know if that's still viewed as,
No, don't change nothing.
it's
You
not,
so focused
okay, it
on
doesn't,
being accepted by the fucking chat. You
no,
so
no, I
focused
just,
on yes, you so focused on the chat. I want people to. This is not helping your case. I told you what it was. You should have just stood in it and just said, you know what? I should have just completely been done. I should have never been this thing. Well, if you're gonna text me, I'm gonna not text you unless you text me, and it's gonna be a gradual. Or you should have cut him off and let that be the end of it. So everything you doing now is just
okay.
you wasting your time. You making yourself a little worse. You could have just left it alone. We was bent off of it. Like you. I ain't come at you or nothing. I gave you the game and that was it.
No, you didn't. I felt like I missed the part. That's why I returned to ask. I wasn't trying to defend.
What part did
but
you miss?
I,
What part did you miss? Because I said very clear what I meant.
no, not from you. I was saying for myself, like when I was explaining. Like, again, I'm not trying to defend. I just felt like
Your
I
feelings.
didn't say the
your
part
feelings,
where
your feelings.
still defending. Okay. I won't go back and forth.
It's
I just
all
wanted
about
to
your.
ask.
It's all about your feelings.
Okay. I understand. Thank you.
I appreciate you coming up, but come on, Tiana. We was bending over with it. You got to get out the comments and stop trying to be accepted by these people. Some of these people don't accept me. I don't give a fuck. People talking about me all day long. I don't give a fuck about the people who don't like me. If they in this talking shit to you, they can eat a dick. It's that simple. I only like the people that like me. If you don't like me, you can eat a dick, and you ain't gonna do shit to change me or shit to make me feel no type of way about myself. What they talking about? If all 360 people in this say they don't like you, who give a fuck? They don't know you from a can of paint. They ain't putting no motherfucking money in your pocket. It's that simple. Who give a fuck? People. Some of these people don't like me. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. I'm gonna do shit to me. I'm gonna do shit for me. I don't give a damn. I see this person requesting up. You gotta be on your profile. I don't know if this is you on your profile picture. It don't look like you. You got to be on your profile. We don't do people on a page that's not them. You got to show your identity. I don't do fake page people or somebody that's behind the account that they're not showing their identity. I'm cool. Can't do it. Yo, Ant, do you think a girl or anybody who asked about politic views the first time meeting a red flag? Well, most of the time when you come across a woman like that, they're going to be a liberal. I told y'all about liberal women anyway. You shouldn't, first of all, women shouldn't, I don't even think women should vote. I don't want to hear from a woman when it comes to politics anyway. I don't give a fuck. Y'all shouldn't even have to vote unless you're married. The only time a woman should be able to vote is if they're married and their vote should count as half. So a woman to come to talk to you about politics, they fucking delusional. Most women vote Democrat. Most women vote, they support abortion and LGBTQ. So coming to me about talking, how do you feel about Donald Trump? I feel like you need to be in a fucking kitchen. That'd be my response to the bra. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a nice guy. I'm respectful. So I would have been like, I don't really think that's a conversation we need to have. Because I don't think I want to get to know you for you. But at that point, I know exactly where they're coming from and I'll be gone, you know. And don't get it twisted with these women on the right either. These Republican women, most of these Republican women that's fake trad wife, half of these have been fucked and ran through and they get older and then they want to be this fake trad wife that I'm traditional, I cook and clean. No, bitch, you a just like the other bitch. You just the bitch that know how to hide better. So don't get caught up in the right wing bitch either. I ain't no mother Democrat or Republican. But don't let these fake ass right wing the trad wife bitches. Yeah, I'm black, but I don't like. Bitch, get the fuck out of my face with that goofy shit. So don't get caught up in none of that shit. Bitch, coming to you about some politics shit. Stop talking to me, cause half of them don't know what the fuck they talking about anyway. So I don't be trying to hear shit. That's just me though. Y'all shouldn't even be voting in the first place. And half of you shouldn't vote either. Don't get it twisted. Half of you men shouldn't fucking vote either. You don't deserve enough motherfucking say so in society. You don't produce shit. But fucking single parent households and your dick in some, you don't produce shit either. So half of you shouldn't vote either. I told y'all, don't let me be a dictator. Just getting castrated balls getting cut off, and publicly humiliations is coming back, guillotines is coming back in a Roman Coliseum. Half you niggas shouldn't vote, and all you women shouldn't vote. That's just me though. They turn trad after hitting 30. Sometimes it's not even that though, T flexing. They turn trad because they try to appease to these white folks. No disrespect to the white people. This live is open for everybody, but they like to appease to white folks. So they want to be Republican and fake trad white shit. And they think that they can change their identity now. They hear somebody online, somebody like me or somebody on the internet say something, they be like, oh, okay, maybe he's right. Maybe I should stop being a whore. You can't unhoe yourself. You was a hoe, then you're gonna be a motherfucker. Oh no. You can't unhoe yourself, goofy little girl. Anyway. Appreciate you, Carmi. Ant the Dictator. You're gonna hear that shit 2,000 years from now. Ant the Dictator. It's gonna be a whole motherfucking stories and movies about me if I became a dictator. I thought Trump was bad. Boy, we bringing back the Roman Coliseum, all that. You ain't none of you in the past. Anyway, do you have sympathy towards others? Of course, when necessary. When necessary, yeah, but it depends though. But it's when necessary. Excuse me. Audrey, what's going on? How you doing?
So good. I can't complain. How you doing over there?
Likewise. I'm chilling.
All right. So your chat about to hate me. YouTube probably about to hate me, but oh well. Cause like you, I don't really care. I'm about to give my honest opinion. So I was on somebody else's live yesterday, and we were kind of going back and forth and having a little discourse about kids. And I kind of gave my perspective, and I had to tell the dudes to hold on because they was about to chew me up and spit me out until I was like, wait, let me get my point across. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to you, and then you can drop me down and give me your response. And Chad, y'all going to hit it up too and let me know. So anyway, a woman carries a child in her body for 9 months, right?
Yeah.
And we all grown. You're going to have sex. Some people get protection, some don't. You're going to do what you do. My personal take on this topic is that I feel if a man comes to a woman and he tells her straight up, flat out, I don't want a kid. I don't want you to proceed with whatever, I just want you to know, and I don't agree with abortion. That's one, so I'm not telling nobody to do that. But however, if a man comes and he says, I would prefer for you to get rid of it. If you don't, I don't want anything to do with the kid. And at that point, I feel like if he does say so, by right, I'm not saying it's right because you should take care of your kids, but if he making it known, like flat out from jump before the kids gets here, I don't want anything to do with it. I feel like some type of documentation needs to be put in place to where, they need to, if a woman chooses to proceed with it, she needs to know, hey, this is the paperwork, here's the documentation, I'm signing away my rights. You have sole responsibility, full custody. I don't want anything to do with the kid. That's one. Two, I feel like personally, across the U.S. and all 50 states in general, and Canada, everywhere, there needs to be something put in place where once a kid is born, immediately, the same time that you stick them and you do the little blood test to make sure that everything is okay, I feel like it needs to be something put in place where a man needs to have an automatic DNA test right away before a birth certificate is signed, period, across the board, because we as women know, because we carry the kid in our bodies, that it's our baby. But I feel like some men will go and raise a child, and some females, as trifling as it is, will know that it's not a man's kid and let him sit there and sign the birth certificate, have the affidavit in place, and raise this child. And then months down the line, years later, or sometimes after they're 18, they find out that's not my kid.
So you just want my
and it's hurtful. Yeah, so I just want to take on it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you. I'm gonna give you my take. I'm gonna drop you down.
Okay.
Shout out to Audrey. I appreciate you, Audrey. I agree with both wholeheartedly. The first one, this is my thing. if we're gonna say that abortion is legal and a man don't get to decide what a woman does with her body, cool. That's cool. Don't have a say so when a man doesn't get to decide what a woman do with her body and he's not the overseer of this because it's my child and it's what I say is my body. But then expect that man to be a father when the child comes out. That's hypocritical. So you want the man to not be a father if you want to unalive the baby, but when the baby get here, now you want him to be a father. What sense do that make? That's not fair. So I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. Now, me personally, I would never do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be in my kids' life regardless. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no thing. Well, I want nothing to do with the baby. I'm gonna be I'm not gonna do that because morally, I just can't even live on myself. But also too, I want to be in my kids' life. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But yeah, I'm in agreement, 100% agreement with you. You can't expect the father whenever it's beneficial for you. Don't work like that. And then the second part, 100%. I don't even know why that's not a thing. Why is that not from day one? Yeah, you should be having the DNA test when it come to your kid. Off rip. Doing it with mine, I'll tell you that. So that's simple. Shout out to Naima with the $3 donation. Love the content. Me and my dad watch you 24/7. Shout out to you and your pops. Much love to y'all. Much respect. Yeah. And what's worse? Let me ask y'all this question. I know what some people are gonna say, but what's worse? The child being alive and the father just not being there, or you literally unaliving that child? Like I don't know. Last time I checked, like I would much rather be a person who grew up with the dad not to be around than for me to just not exist. The hell? What type of crazy shit is that? But we live in a world that's so sick and sinister. Y'all so indoctrinated that the death of a human is not as bad as you just saying that you just not gonna be in that child's life. I think that's fucking crazy to me. I think that's wild to me. He grew up in poverty. You're gonna grow up poor. People been having kids for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So they was able to have kids living in huts and tribal places, running around with their titties and dicks hanging low. But now they can't have kids no more because they just not making enough money. Get the fuck out of here. Sound goofy, but we live in this world, man. We live in Sodom and Gomorrah. America is Babylon, man. That's why I need to become a dictator, because half you motherfuckers getting your head chopped off publicly on a 24-hour channel. Channel 4 is gonna be right next to PBS Kids. Let you know we not motherfucking playing. That's just me though. You was poor when you was humping and you ain't know, right? It's crazy, man. Crazy as hell. But we live in Babylon, man. And the fucked up part about it is our community get that shit worse. We know what America done did to our community, black community. The live is open for everybody. But we know what America done did to the black American community specifically. We know what they done did. We know the indoctrination that they try to get us to unalive our kids. We get more abortions than any damn body. Go look at the 20 million babies that's been aborted since the 1960s. And you tell me if that's literally 20, that's genocide. If they said 6 million JEWSs, because you know you can't say that word on the internet, 6 million JWSs within the Holocaust, they passed away. You mean to tell me that 20 million babies that's been able to be unalive due to the U.S. government, the same U.S. government that's done so many atrocities to the black American community, also get to get us and push us to want to unalive our children, put the Planned Parenthoods in the black community and let that be the day one thing that's like, or let that be like enabled into the community. Let that be like in our environment. They put the liquor stores in there. They put they don't put no gyms in the communities. All this, they take away from the shit that's good, the positive shit. They deindustrialize the schools. Let the jobs in the black neighborhood not be there. That's why a lot of the factories said you got to drive 30 to 40 minutes to go to the white neighborhoods to work the factory. But you also think that Planned Parenthood is good for your community. Get your goofy ass. That's the most anti-black you ever fucking think and say. Goofy ass shit. So anybody speaking against that, you a fucking genocidal ass person. You a fucking goofy. So you can miss me with that goofy shit. I don't want to get too historical. Y'all know I can get on that tip. Say that for YouTube though. Say that for the non-dating content. But man, hell no. That's goofy. Anyway, I think that's another reason why some people are scared to get into relationships, because differences, political views, and beliefs. That's why women shouldn't vote. Just let the man be in charge of the political views and beliefs, and a woman follow her man. And if a woman really like you, she gonna follow and believe whatever the fuck you follow and believe, to be honest. That's a good indicator, fellas, if you want to know if a woman like you. that you like, she gonna start to like. If you like football, she may not know as much as you, but she gonna start liking football. If you like a certain thing, she gonna start to make that be her thing that she want to do in her routine. If a woman really fuck with you, so that's just me. All right. Anyway, it's also selfish to bring a child into this world knowing your circumstances. Again, people have been having children for thousands of years. The poorest country in the poorest country in the world is Haiti, one of the poorest countries in the world. So by your logic, all the people that are in Haiti, that's not a part of like the 1% of people with a little bit of money over there, they should all just not be existing. Again, you can use this logic with anywhere. Use a country like Nepal, a country like Haiti, a country like South Sudan, downtrodden countries, you know, a country like Iran, countries where it's like tribal warfare going on, you know, foreign affairs, there's war going on, people are poor, people walking around barefoot. All the people shouldn't exist no more. The hell you talking about? Because you grew up in poverty? So by your logic, all the black people that was going through slavery shouldn't have been having babies no more. So we should have just not lived no more during slavery. Black Americans. By your logic, all the black people who had babies during slavery, we should have just all unalived our babies because, well, you're growing up as a slave. Are you fucking insane? Come on now. What are you talking about? Crazy as hell, man. This is why women shouldn't have opinions on politics. Just be quiet. Anyway. I came from a church background, how I got conscious, my husband. Shout out to you and your husband, Empress. Shout out to you and your husband. Anyway. That was a great response. It's just simple logic, man. I'll be using people logic against them. The logic would have to apply with black Americans during slavery, during Jim Crow, during deindustrialization, during every single crazy thing that we done been through in a society. We all should have just not been able to be corporate. We all should have just died. It would have been our ethnic group would have just ceased to exist. Because, well, you're gonna grow up with not equal rights anyway. Might as well just kill them. What are you talking about? South Sudan is the poorest country in the world, and their birth rate is exceptionally high. I know it's South Sudan, Haiti, a couple of other countries, but that's crazy. That's wild. And that proves my point. So this whole notion is like, oh, well, people can't have babies. Man, we living in a first world country. You living in the projects is better than going to motherfucking South Sudan. And they having babies, and you say they got one of the highest birth rates in the world. It's crazy. So that proved my point even more. So people can miss me with that stupid ass talking point. They just be making it up because it sounds good, but they don't know how to really break things down logically. But yeah, exactly. So if you so fucked up, quit. Thank you, Black Celia. I don't know. I probably fucked up your name. Exactly. If you so poor, quit. Quit. If you so poor, quit. Anyway, shout out to all the beautiful women in the chat. I see a lot of pretty girls in the chat. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all being here and on the YouTube, man. I appreciate y'all too. Shout out to the fellas as well. The hood better than a lot of countries. Hell yeah. You know how many people in these third world countries that love to grow up in a hood? Most of the houses in the hood is some old black American grandmother or grandfather. They don't even they lawn look like a masterpiece. They lawn look like a painting. They don't them old black grandmas and grandfathers. They don't play about their lawn, nigga. They don't play about that. They lawn look exceptionally well, clean as hell. Act like we can't make that work, man. We black American. Maybe we gonna survive in any society. Out of here. It's so hard. And you got an iPhone and you ordering DoorDash and getting your hair done and your nails done. Talking about it's so hard, man. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to put on my YouTube chat. Why is my YouTube chat tweaking out, man? All right. Y'all done? Y'all had enough of me? Y'all had enough of me for the night, man? Ain't nobody saying nothing no more. Shout out to Audrey. Audrey, thank you for the $50 donation. Shout out to Audrey. I appreciate you, man. We at 455 right now, y'all. We only $45 from the goal for the day. Goal for the day is 500. We only $45 from 500. I appreciate you, Audrey. Much love to you, Audrey. Show love to Audrey and show love to my dog Montez for the chat, man, with the big donos. I appreciate y'all for supporting the content. And shout out to all my YouTube people who donated as well, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. By the way, this stream will be posted on Patreon. So anybody that want to go back and watch the stream, if you wasn't able to see the start of it, and I got another one that I got to post on Patreon too. So anybody that got the Patreon, just be patient. I do all this, most of the editing I do myself. So just be a little bit patient, and it'll get done. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. Just entertaining at work. It'll be posted on Patreon. It's $6 a month for the Patreon. 20 cents a day. Always learning with your content. Thank you, Clarissa. I'm glad you're in here learning. It's the only place on the internet where you're going to get some laughs. You're going to get some relationship content. At least on TikTok. YouTube, I'll be on a more political tip. But you're going to get some history. You're going to get everything over here, man. You can't get this nowhere else on TikTok. You damn sure can't get this on TikTok. You can't get this authenticity on TikTok, man. You know, this bitch capping the line and just saying. Or you got to find a nigga that pick a size. Either as a pro, red pill, all men are always in the right, or a nigga that's talking about women, and women are perfect, and these niggas ain't one of them type of niggas.
At FBA_Empress super chatted $10. I heard a podcast that said marriage is for poor people and old people. Eyes emoji. That's where real love is. Everyone else is playing games. What are your thoughts on that? At April Tiffany V7F super chatted $5.
FBA Empress, thank you for the $10 donation. I heard a podcast that said marriage is for poor people and old people. That's where real love is. Everyone else is playing games. What do you think about that? That's stupidity. Thank you for the $10. Stupidity, Empress. It's just stupidity. I don't know. I don't really take that. That's stupidity. April, thank you for the $5 donation as well. I appreciate you. What's up, Young G? I'm 52, and I think you're teaching these young men and schooling these goofy, my age, some good stuff. Hey, man, I got to, man. I get on everybody, man. Man, marriage is supposed to be between three entities: man, woman, God. No government, no contracts, no BS. Agreed. I think signing some paperwork is some suck. 2026. Maybe it would have been, there's still some sucker shit, but it would have made sense maybe 50, 60, 70 years ago. Not in 2026, man. That's some sucker
shit. Hey, look. If I have kids and they don't got no talent, I'm leaving. I'm going down the street or a few blocks down. I'll come back 18 years from later when I find out they either got D1 scholarship to NFL or NBA.
Now that's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
It is, but it's for the betterment. So I played my part. I just wasn't there, but it helped them strive to be greater.
I ain't co-signing that.
We gotta keep the cycle going. But in reality, I actually would not do that, ladies. Don't take that seriously.
You know they're gonna take it seriously. It's always truth to every joke. It's always true. No, I don't co-sign that though. Hell no. You need to be in your child's life, fellas. But the same men complaining about, man, these young women this ain't nothing. These men ain't nothing. But you don't try to make a change but take care of your own damn kids. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't speaking on my tails. He trolling. I'm speaking in general. I don't think I see Carmen. Thank you for the $5. I don't think I seen this. Shout out to Carmen with the $5. And shout out to Clarissa with the $20. My bad. Thank you. person that sent me $20. I appreciate that. My fault. Thank you for the love and the support. I apologize. Somebody said on YouTube, do you know where judges get their money for investment/retirement accounts, child support payments? Let that sink in for a hot minute. Now I believe it. I believe it. I definitely will be booking a session soon. Yeah, anybody need to do that? The link is in the bio. Download the app. It's called Minnect, MINNECT. You have to download the app to book. And you know, I'm there whenever you need me, man. I'm probably about to get off here soon, though, y'all. Probably gonna get off here soon, y'all. I'll call it a night in a minute. Yeah, that's the app right there. Probably gonna call it soon, but I feel like we had a good show. Good call in, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna call it soon. I wonder if actual deadbeat dads had their sons in their lives, because if they, no, I wonder if actual deadbeat dads had their dads in their lives, because if they did and they still abandoning their kids, that would be more messed up. Unfortunately, that's a lot of times that's the case though, because that's what they used to. So they just, I mean, it is what it is. Most people are gonna be exactly what their parents were. Most people, not all. Most people gonna be exactly what their parents were. So unfortunately, that usually be the case. They don't see they don't see the. You would think that, like, logically, I grew up in a tough time and a tough environment, and it was harder for me because I didn't have a father. So maybe I should be in my children's lives. But they'd be so just traumatized and deranged from that, and they don't want to be accountable because they never was taught accountability. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? They cool with just repeating the cycle. They don't give a damn. Yeah, you gotta have proper awareness to break the cycle. Yeah. Hell yeah. Where my dog? He right here. I had to yell at him because he not allowed in my damn bathroom. But he right here. He chilling. Laying down. I might get off here though, y'all, man. It's about that time, y'all. Slowing down a little bit. Usually when the show starts to slow down, not that many call-ins, and you know, it's about that time to go ahead and call it down. Is it wrong for a man to divorce a woman for becoming overweight over the years? Well, if we're talking about biblically wise, that's not the that's not under the construct of what the biblical would say a divorce, but I get it. Because why would you just not want to be in shape? Why would you just not want to care about your damn health? Hey, look, you ain't finna just be lazy and sloppy and nasty around me. You gotta get on somewhere. She might have a mental disorder, because like, why wouldn't you want to keep yourself in shape and keep your health together? And most people that's like morbidly obese and then some, that's a mental health issue going on. Because you know, like, you can look at yourself and see that it's not correct. You can look at yourself and see that what you're doing is wrong. You know what I'm saying? The problem is the lack of awareness. It's like you don't even see it. It's like an anorexic person, unfortunately. Like, they know that they are very, very, very skinny and thin, and they having some health issues, but they still think that they big. You know? So it's just like, you know, it's bad. It's real bad. But all right, though, y'all. It's about that time. We're gonna get off at 10. It's 9:58. We get off at 10. You got 2 more minutes. I feel like, hold on. I feel like I'm always bored, and I just want a man to genuinely care about me. Is that too much to ask? Well, I think the problem is you can't be bored, and I don't want to deal with a woman who can't be by themselves or be bored, because most good relationships are boring. So if I'm with a woman and she wants to be with somebody because you bored, you're gonna get bored when you got a man, and you gonna cheat. So as much as you saying you want somebody to love you, you need to love your damn self, because it don't seem like that's the case. I'm bored. Now, you just got to fear of being alone, but people with that mentality, they usually are very highly likely to cheat, because you're gonna get bored single, you're gonna get bored in a relationship. Nobody should have to unbore you. You're not a child. You're not a fucking 4-year-old. You're a grown ass motherfucking woman. Nobody should have to unbore you. You a grown ass adult. You should be able to entertain your damn self. So if you get in a relationship because I'm bored and I want someone to be with me, you're gonna cheat like a motherfucker. You're gonna be sucking somebody else's dick a week later. So you just, I don't know what you got going on, but I don't think you will be a good person to be in a relationship with whatsoever. We're gonna end it off with Montez. Try and bring you up, Tez. I don't know if you meant to come up. Oh, there you go.
Before we call it a night, I will say this though. I do think from my generation to the current generation that I do think a lot of men are actually becoming a parent and seeing what had happened to us in history as far as fathers not being present. And I do think a lot of men have acknowledged what that looks like because a lot of parents or a lot of men didn't have their fathers in their lives. But there's also a case where fathers back then started to regret not taking certain actions and doing things the right way to where they would have been present, because you really won't hear it until you ask them, or when they're laying in the hospital bed talking about they shoulda, coulda, woulda. And I've had those conversations with a lot of men about wishing that they could have did things differently, and it is sad to hear. I know my dad personally regrets it because he wasn't present, but I don't hold it against him because I already knew the situation, so I never held that. But he did, keep in contact, send out birthday cards, make phone calls, but he just wasn't there. So let me just put it to y'all in a perspective. I didn't have my first birthday with my biological father until I was 25, right? I didn't have my first Thanksgiving with my father until I was 23, I think it was.
It's hard to hear you,
Montez. I had my
you
first Christmas with him.
Come to the mic. You got something over the mic.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
And I didn't have my first Christmas with him until I was in high school. So that right there, when it all came full circle, he was there for my graduation for high school, but that was it. All the other graduations he wasn't there for. My brother and sister's dad on my mom's side was there for everything. So when all that hit full circle, I was like, damn, it was good, but it was like, when I get older and have kids, if I have kids, if the time comes, I just know I'm going to be 100% fully present. I don't give a damn what the woman's talking about. If she wants to put me on child support, that's fine, whatever. Prepare to lose and get destroyed in court. But I'm going to be there for my kids because I want my kids to have everything that I didn't have, which was 100% present father there, biological father there to, witness me growing up. So, but that's all. But I will say, I do see the shift in this generation to the current moving forward, that we're all aware of what that looked like and what we don't want our kids to experience. So, yeah.
Sure. Shout out to Montez, bro. Appreciate you coming up. Shout out to Mo Guy. Yeah, we got break the generational curse for sure. Too many Pookies and Ray Rays, all these little badass little young niggas, all these little fucking YNs and these little sexy red wannabe, these little young niggas and these little young bitches, they need to be dealt with. And the way that you weed them out is all the young men in here, take care of your fucking kids, nigga. The best thing I could tell y'all, to be honest, is get custody of your kids. Don't leave them with the woman. But for the women, you have kids when you're married. That's the best advice you really give out. The one thing that you can do to be the most revolutionary thing you can do is have a correct family that's operating accordingly in a two-parent household. That's the best thing that you can do. Statistically shows that in not almost, every single category that comes with the youth, they are better from two-parent households than one-parent households. Every single category. And crime and education and home ownership and financial stability, everything. Depression, every single category, a child is going to be better off more often than not in a two-parent household than a one-parent household. So that's the best best thing I can tell y'all. So yeah. But I'm about to go ahead and call it, y'all. We had a good show today, good live. This will be posted on Patreon soon. So y'all be on the lookout for that, all right? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Anybody need to book a session? My boy Montez, put it in the comments. Hit the link in the bio. Hit my neck. One-on-one private consultation. It'll take you to a website. You cannot book on the website. You cannot. You got to book and download the app. Download the app, and then I got you. And make sure y'all go follow me on IG, man. And make sure y'all follow me on here, too. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gone. Y'all stay safe and stay blessed. A week later. So you just, I don't know what you got going on, but I don't think you will be a good person to be in a relationship with whatsoever. We're going to end it off with Montez. Try and bring you up, Tez. I don't know if you meant to come up. Oh, there you go.
Before we call it a night, I will say this though. I do think from my generation to the current generation that I do think a lot of men are actually becoming a parent and seeing what had happened to us in history as far as fathers not being present. And I do think a lot of men have acknowledged what that looks like, because a lot of parents or a lot of men didn't have their fathers in their lives. But there's also a case where fathers back then started to regret not taking certain actions and doing things the right way to where they would have been present, because you really won't hear it until you ask them, or when they're laying in the hospital bed talking about they shoulda, coulda, woulda. And I've had those conversations with a lot of men about wishing that they could have did things differently. And it is sad to hear. I know my dad personally regrets it because he wasn't present, but I don't hold it against him because I already knew the situation, so I never held that. But he did, keep in contact, send out birthday cards, make phone calls, but he just wasn't there. So let me just put it to y'all in a perspective. I didn't have my first birthday with my biological father until I was 25, right? I didn't have my first Thanksgiving with my father until I was 23, I think it was.
It's hard to hear you,
but I had my first Christmas with him.
Come to the mic. You got something up for the mic.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
And I didn't have my first Christmas with him until I was in high school. So that right there, when it all came full circle, he was there for my graduation for high school, but that was it. All the other graduations he wasn't there for. My brother and sister's dad on my mom's side was there for everything. So when all that hit full circle, I was like, damn, it was good, but it was like, when I get older and have kids, if I have kids, if the time comes, I just know I'm going to be 100% fully present. I don't give a damn what the woman's talking about. If she wants to put me on child support, that's fine, whatever. Prepare to lose and get destroyed in court. But I'm going to be there for my kids, because I want my kids to have everything that I didn't have, which was 100% present father there, biological father there to, witness me growing up. So, but that's all. But I will say, I do see the shift in this generation to the current moving forward, that we're all aware of what that looked like and what we don't want our kids to experience. So, yeah.
Sure. Shout out to my Tez, bro. Appreciate you coming up. Shout out to Mo Guy. Yeah, we got break the generational curse for sure. Too many Pookies and Ray Rays, all these little badass little young, all these little fucking YNs and these little sexy red wannabe, these little young niggas and these little young, they need to be dealt with. And the way that you weed them out is all the young men in here, take care of your fucking kids. The best thing I can tell y'all, to be honest, is get custody of your kids. Don't leave them with the woman. But for the women, to have kids when you're married. That's the best advice you really give out. The one thing that you can do to be the most revolutionary thing you can do is have a correct family that's operating accordingly in a two-parent household. That's the best thing that you can do. Statistically shows that in every single category that comes with the youth, they are better from two-parent households than one-parent households. Every single category. And crime and education and home ownership and financial stability, everything. Depression, every single category, a child is going to be better off more often than not in a two-parent household than a one-parent household. So that's the best best thing I can tell y'all. So yeah. But I'm about to go ahead and call it, y'all. We had a good show today, good live. This will be posted on Patreon soon. So y'all be on the lookout for that, all right? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Anybody need to book a session? My boy Montez, put it in the comments. Hit the link in the bio. Hit my neck. One-on-one private consultation. It'll take you to a website. You cannot book on the website. You cannot. You got to book and download the app. Download the app, and then I got you. And make sure y'all go follow me on IG, man. And make sure y'all follow me on here, too. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gone. Y'all stay safe and stay blessed.